What is up, everybody? It's the Inhuman one here, and today we're going to be playing some more Path of Exile 2. Mostly just going to be a chill session today. Viewers are totally invited. Looking forward to hopefully having some people grind maps with me, or if I need to help do some carries, or if you guys wanted to showcase your builds, this is the stream to do it. You're more than welcome to join. Just send the invite and we can get going. But anyways, my personal goal for today is to get to level 95. I'm currently at 86% progress towards 95, so I think we can do it. If I don't die or just something silly or stupid. But in either case, also if you want to go over certain things like the new map stash tab, which is totally just a huge quality of life update for the Endgame. This was taking up tons of space in the inventory, but now you can hold up to 576 of each tier. So I mean, that's just a massive amount of stone. So now I'm actually picking them back up. You can then customize tabs, individual sub tabs anyways, however you want. You can make them public, you can keep them, or you can make them different colors, label them however you want. So really big. It's going to be a great way to get more currency and actually just not start ignoring or stop ignoring waystones that that are too low level. Now you can actually pick anything up and then create some tabs that are just for sale. So that's really nice. The only thing that I do wish that they would have added is a section for the tablets. It's just kind of a missed opportunity there for them not to include tablets in that. But in either case, definitely something that I'm looking forward to. Definitely something that I hope that in the near future they incorporate. But ultimately, the map stash tab is something we have been needing since the very beginning. So we're all been very excited about that. I'm sure even the Xbox players would understand that. Let's see, we've got... what should I do here? A lot of these are... I crafted a bunch of waystones. Honestly, what I really want to do is just path to more citadels. I have about 8 or 9 like ready to go, but I don't want to risk it until I'm level 95 just because I'm so close. Let's get to 95 and then we can farm a bunch of citadels, honestly. But yeah, I guess that's fine. We'll just do random little maps. I don't see any citadels off in the distance anyway, so... where was that? That was kind of a yummy one. Yummy. Was it here? In either case, no, it certainly wasn't it, but that's fine. As long as we have burning ground, I'm down. I can run just about anything. So I just don't want to do burning ground because it's more of just a... It just makes it really difficult to navigate, and being a melee character and also just being one that loots everything, I like to just sit around, look at items, do things like that. Hate being rushed or unable to stand in a certain area because there's a fire. It's just so annoying. Hate burning ground. Oh my. The crabs. The crabs are attacking. But anyways, if any of you guys feel like partaking in jolly cooperation, you're more than welcome to join. We can run some maps together. I just care about getting to level 95. If you guys have your own goals, we can work towards those as well. I'm giving away tons of uniques today as well, because if not, I'm just gonna, salvage them and get some chance shards out of them. So if you guys can get better use than just me creating a chance shard, you're more than welcome to it. So we'll be going over a few of those things. I definitely want to give you guys the divines that I'm just not going to be using. All I care about is having one decent of each type. And that's it. Just for collection's sake. What is slow? Oh, I'm slow. That's right. I'll tell you, I run anything, so that's why I think I'm either slowed or temporal change or something. Yeah, temporal change. It feels disgusting to be this slow. Quite disgusting. You can feel the difference.
Freezing strike.
I didn't even know that it was Monday. Like, we had other things that we were doing today. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's that day. Tomorrow we'll be playing Avowed. and that should be pretty exciting. It'll be a departure from Path of Exile, and which should be a nice little break to take from it. Do I have one of these? But more than anything, it's it'll be fun to kind of dive into the newest, I guess, addition to the Pillars of Eternity world of things. Even though this game certainly does take place in like a, you know, it's canonical for sure, but it definitely takes place in like a place that was only ever mentioned in passing, never a place that we've actually explored. It's the Living Worlds. So I am excited about it. It looks pretty decent. I think I'm gonna try and do a fun build, something that's you know, that won't. I don't want to do a mage or anything like that. I definitely want to have some fun with it. So. Something fun.
Arms for the monastery.
Arms for the monastery. But I noticed that there are pistols. And I was like, what if I do? You know me, I always do challenge runs on a blind playthrough, usually, just because it's just a way to spice it up a little bit. And what if I did guns, like pistols only? I don't know how viable that is. I don't even know how guns work. Do you have infinite ammo? Does it take mana or whatever? What does it take to fire a bullet in the Living Worlds? Living Lands. The Lands of Living, whatever it's called. In the Avowed place. I was watching a handful, like, so the Obsidian YouTube channel actually had like these little 2-3 minute clips that were lore videos kind of setting you up for the for Avowed and the world that it takes place in. And I was like, oh, this is pretty interesting, but I only got through like 1 or 2. I watched the different species and I was like, ooh, the shark people look kind of cool. So that was kind of what I was leaning towards already. I definitely don't want to be the little baby Khajiit people. The standard wood elf. So I was like, I don't really want to be a little cat person or whatever they are. The shark people look really cool. Humans are just boring. Boring. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. What? Oh, I was saying somebody hit me. That wasn't very nice. Ugh, these temporal chains, man, they really do slow you down. Attack speed and everything. It's not just your movement speed. I feel so sluggish, like I'm like weighted down. Now I can pick up the T7s and it's not like gonna just take up space. Map, stash tag, life changer. Zov's Catalyst. Wolf Sky Moon says lichens. No, cat people make lichens. What? Are they cat people or lichens? They look like cat people, right? The little, I think they're, oh man, I don't even know what they're called. Pretty much they're little furry guys. They're like yay high, and I don't want to be them. They don't interest me. They're just smart, but they're not necessarily a combat kind of species or class. I was like, you just have wit. I want to have a little bit of heft behind the swing of my sword. But yeah, so interesting nonetheless. But Avowed should be fun. I think it's gonna be all right. But I am leaning towards the shark bros. They're like blue shark-looking people. They have shark teeth. That's why I call them shark people. And they do have an affinity to water, so they're pretty much shark people. The world needs more lichens, not cat people. The world needs more lichen people. You know? Speaking of cat people, I'm a cat person. There was I did a patch video yesterday. And they came out with this map stash tab and all that. It was so hilarious because a lot of the patch notes were geared towards console players, specifically Xbox, because there had been some client crashes and things like that they were fixing. And in passing, I was joking because I was just reading it and I was like, client crash, whatever for this. And I was like, yeah, but nobody likes Xbox anyways. I got bashed in the comment section, like completely like reamed. And they're like, I can't, they're like saying all kinds of nasty things about how nasty I am for saying that about Xbox. Like, is Bill Gates paying you? It's like, what kind of kickbacks are you getting? So that just makes me want to continuously do rage bait for anti-Xbox content. So that's going to be a new thing. Any chance I get, I will bash Xbox. Except tomorrow, because I'm going to be using one to play Avowed. But as soon as the gameplay starts sucking, it's going to be Xbox's fault. And the entire community. And I'm going to prove why not only PC, because, you know, the whole PC Masters thing, but PlayStation, why it's a superior console. And community. But man, it was so... I was like, huh? I woke up to that. I was like, oh gosh. Another great day to be a content creator. A great day. Yeah, the patch was after I got off of the night. I know, because it was literally like 20 minutes before I got on. And I was like... So I got on, and then you had just left like 20 minutes before that. And I was like, dang it. And then it says like Realm is updating or Realm is ending or something like that. And I was like, what does that mean? Probably a patch or something? Server maintenance? And then I was like, wait, they always like shadow launch these patch notes. It was 0.1.1D. And I was like, oh, it's only downtime for 10 minutes? That's fine. So I finished a map or two. I reviewed the patch notes. I was like, oh, this is such a concise but like really, I'd say significant update. But it didn't had a paragraph of notes, but it was huge stuff. The map stash tab is incredibly game changing, at least for Endgame. I'm assuming that most of the people in the comments hadn't got to Endgame yet, so they don't know how much space this can take up. But yeah, having something like this is great. I wish they could have incorporated tablets into this Waystone or map stash tab, but that's unfortunate. Other than that, though, the fixes with the upgrading the supporter packs, that was my primary issue as a console player. Since one of the first weeks, I was trying to upgrade and I could not do it because it wasn't reflecting the price appropriate. So those are very significant from my perspective. And not only that, but just those major fixes, and then having things like this stability across console in general, the UI not being correct, like those are things you have to have. So those are very significant in my opinion. But PC, PS, Mac, Android, iPhone, macaroni, and then Xbox. Yes, I agree. I agree. Yeah, the patch was after I got... See? Like-minded people. But man, I got bashed in the comments. It was just... I was like, wow, people are really passionate about dumb shit. You know? It's like, who cares? But I literally... Someone that plays on the Xbox regularly... I guess my sense of humor, like, they just don't pick up on it. Or they're just not smart enough to pick up on it. One of the two. It's certainly not a me problem, right? The content creator / streamer is never wrong. It's gotta be something else, an external factor. We're not doing Burning Ground. Oh, also, if anybody, including Wolf, especially Wolf, if you want to run some maps with me, you can. This is not about showcasing how awesome I am. This is about, hey, you guys want to showcase your awesome builds, you want to run maps, whatever. I just need to not die. Wolf says, I'll take a macaroni over an Xbox any day. Same. I don't want Burning Ground, but I have a feeling I made a lot of Burning Grounds. Let's see. It's only because I bash Xbox. Oh, gosh. Okay, no, we're good. I am going to sell that one, though. I can't stand Burning Ground. It just doesn't... I want to be comfortably moving around, and whenever I can't do that, it makes me angry. We'll sell these two. I'm 2 hours away. Okay, well, you might be able to catch me in the last hour. Waiting on parts, no worries. That's no fun. 2 hours away from home, gosh. That is a distance. Tomorrow probably we'll get a snow day. I hope so. You might get snow, and then we'll be getting snow, I think, Wednesday because it's gonna be like 17 or 18 degrees over here, so it's just nuts. 17 or 18 degrees over here. That's very cold for us. Very, very cold. I don't mind snow days though, but yeah, we're not gonna get one tomorrow. Tomorrow's when all the cold comes in, and then it'll be overnight and beyond, it'll be like 17 degrees. We'll get some precipitation, which here we don't get snow so much, but we'll definitely get ice. We get ice. I hate those guys. Those damn sun priests or whatever. They do the special beam cannon and it just they hold it for like 30 seconds. That's no fun. I don't mind. I welcome snow days. They're wonderful. I could be, yeah, I could be much more efficient if I didn't just spam, you know, square, but I like swinging my big stick around. Let's go kill these fools. Oh, hi. Now I can pick up the lesser waystones. Oh great, this is gonna be a good one. Because volatile plants can't hurt me. Please give me an audience with the king. Oh, come on. See, I was playing with Wolf the other day. He immediately gets an audience of the king. I'm like, how? How does this happen? Wolf says, I used to be an OTR trucker, so I drive from Houston to North Dakota frequently. I'm happy to be a local now. I'm happy to be local now. Yes, I bet. Yeah, I mean, I am not built for driving. Like, I'm so impatient. Like, I don't drive bad. I'm just saying, like, when I just hate, like, sitting in traffic or going long distances. Sometimes, like, as long as I haven't been driving, like, pretty frequently, I don't mind, like, a road trip. Because eventually you reach your destination and you can chill for a little bit before you drive again. I don't like driving. I've had to drive so much. Like, I'm just like, ugh. I could just teleport. I would. But I'm still learning how to do that. I'm still mastering the instant transmission. How did this not open? Oh, hi. Why am I... Oh, I'm slowed again. I'm like, golly. Like, why am I so slow? Still haven't revealed the good stuff. I knew you'd switch eventually. Oh, you're using Chaos Inoculation? Yeah, yeah. I thought I told you. You haven't seen a lot of the changes I made, like, a few weeks ago. I made a lot of changes several weeks ago, and this character, now I don't die. The only time I die is if I'm playing with you. Because you have me doing crazy stuff. But I'll run anything except burning ground. Like, I don't care what the... When I craft the tablets, I just craft them to the max. Like, absolute waystone chaos, you know? I don't care what it has. As long as it doesn't have burning ground, I'm like, cool. And I can run any mechanic now very safely. The only thing that I don't like is Delirium still, like, if, you know, if I start off with Delirium immediately, my only thing is, like, the invincibility frames that the characters or the enemies have when they're coming through the mirrors, they're invincible for, like, a second and they pull off an attack. I'm like, well, that's kind of cheap. Don't like that too much. But they have, like, that temporary invincibility or invulnerability. Not a big fan of that. That is not my favorite. Oh, is this an audience with the king? You gotta be kidding me. Oh my gosh, yes! Oh my gosh, that's insane. I'm gonna defer this now because it's not like I can buy it anyways. Oh my gosh. Yes! It's because of you, Wolf. Only time I die is when I'm literally the only time I die, Wolf, is when I'm playing with you. Like, I kid you not. And that's why I'm like, I freaking love playing with you, but because we get to experience all the awesome content and stuff. But it's like, I die. Like, at least you even die, and I'm like, this guy dies. You and I die probably once or twice doing the crazy stuff in the maps that we run, or we're trying to do like crazy like top tier with just two of us. Like that, I mean, it's fine. I don't mind it. I'm just saying, the price we pay. But I certainly could level faster if I just focused only on leveling. The only thing is, there's just a part of me that's like, I just want to get one character to max level. Other than that, I don't care about, like, I'm not like trying to be like every single, I don't care. I just want my monk. It's my favorite character. It just means a lot. I'm probably not going to play it much once the new seasons come out. So it's like, I would like to give a good farewell. But yeah, literally never die. Now, I've made plenty of mistakes. Plenty of mistakes. But normally, the most consistent deaths are from you. We do some cool stuff though, and without you, I wouldn't have been able to see so much of the content, so I'm glad. I'm not complaining. More than 50 monsters? This map, so Blooming Fields has some crazy like structures kind of like this where you just cannot cross, and you have to be like, what? That's annoying. I wish they fixed that, like, oh, where they made it to where there's more ways you can actually traverse. Sometimes it singles out the path, and you're kind of stuck going around, and it's like, ugh. I'm 84. I don't need to level up more. If I do level up, I do, but not looking for it. And we do, yeah, we do very juicy maps. The juiciest of maps. I don't care to level my other characters like that. Like, if I get to 90 or something, I don't even, like, to me, just like we talked about several, like, probably weeks ago, like, when you're pretty much level 85 or above, all of that's just gravy. Like, you don't even, it's just like, oh, cool, I get an extra passive or whatever. Like, you're not going to be creating some game-changing build with the last few points, you know? I don't believe you are anyway, so I don't care about leveling much either. Just this character, I do want to, because I'm like, this is my baby, and I'm not gonna see him no more. Probably not gonna play him too much. I will play him occasionally, but as the mechanics come out and the new seasons come out, new leagues come out, it's gonna be probably less and less. You know, obviously, it just kind of seems to be the nature of this kind of game. So I'm like, all right, fine, but I want to get one character to 100, then I'll never do it again because it's a grind, and I don't like grinding. If you're familiar with any of my challenge runs or just streaming in general, I hate grinding. It's not fun for me. Not very fun. What is this? I'll sell that. Okay. No one's buying the heavy belts anymore. Like, they're just done. They're like, nah, it's fine. We don't need headhunters anymore. But yeah, I will not probably level to 100 ever again after this season, however long it may be. Fuse. I'll go ahead and break these down for some chance shards. That's hard to say, chance shards. It's easy in your head. Try saying it out loud. Oh man, you don't even play your ranger anymore. The ranger was what inspired my witch doctor build. And you still have, like, my ranger is an endgame finally, but she has absolutely no survivability. I just rushed her there as quickly as possible. But I need to gear up. I need to get all res on the ranger, and then I need to tweak some of the skills, honestly, because it's a hell of a time to play or to fight an actual boss. But single target is the biggest challenge for the ranger. But if you're in packs or even if there's rares, they just die. But single target boss is kind of rough, and also survivability is a big concern. 6 passive points more than what I currently have won't change my build. It shouldn't. If it does, and it's like, okay, you could have probably spec'd into those a little bit earlier than 90 plus. Wolf says, I'll make a new character when the next classes come out. True. Same. I'm hoping that... So the community seems to have been leaning towards the fact that there may very well be... a second early access season. So it's like this season that we're currently in, before a full launch, they're going to do another early access season. And I can see how it could be necessary to an extent for the economy purposes and stuff, but it's just weird because it's like, it'll be good for me to learn about it. Wait, as if on cue, someone's buying a heavy belt. I'm just going to stuff them all in his face and see if he wants them all. He's going to be like, whoa, bro. But in either case, there seem to be leaning towards launching a second early access season. So that's interesting. If he doesn't want to re-up it. Let's see what he says. We're haggling. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. Take them. I don't want them anymore. I'm tired of trying. Tired of trying to craft something. The only time it's ever worked was the very first time. But I do want to make another character. I'm excited about the different classes. Most specifically, I'm like really excited about the Huntress and the Templar. The Marauder seems alright. The Druid seems pretty cool too. And I'm not sure if there's a character called a Shadow or if that's the Huntress's ability or something, but whoever uses the daggers, like if that's the Shadow, I want to try that. Shadow would be pretty cool. I can only imagine they have like a high crit, you know, kind of potential and stuff. That'd be really neat. We need a new season so that all the current characters are relegated to another realm and they can test the economy drop rates after all the changes. Yeah, I think it's necessary, but it's just, I'm just like, I'm not ready yet. It seems like so much time, like so little time has passed, but we've been playing for a while. Good 500 hours. 500. All right, let's see if we can get. Oh my gosh, let me get the delirium up a little bit. Why aren't they dying? Why aren't things dying as easy? What did I do to myself? Increased monster damage. Ailment. Okay, you guys are just tough guys. Let's see. Oh, hey you. Yeah, we do. I agree that we need one for like a nice reset, but it just seems so fast. You know, like whatever the 3-month period or the league period, whatever the season, it seems to go by pretty quickly. Oh, there's another one. The Jinbadia. Wow, that was so bad. I didn't know it was ending. More than anything, I just didn't know which path to take. I had been getting consistent 5s on that. Pretty sure I got a 1 or a 2. Didn't even look. Mudthroat. Intriguing. I don't have to swing as much as I do. I just love going pop, 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 pop. It's just more satisfying. But I could be much more efficient. Uh-oh. Since they have the ailment threshold and all that, they're not getting the damaging ailments, which is typically what's going to then allow us to proc the Herald. So I'm like, that's why they're taking more. Usually I just blindly accept anything and I just go for it. So as long as it doesn't have burning grounds, I'm game. This would be a little challenging then, right? Oh, hey. Hi. Go this way. New stuff. Inscribed ultimatum engine, but people want all that stuff. Darned. Not too ideal for a breach. It's unfortunate. 2 mechanics. Kind of wasted, but alright. Those crossbow guys hit pretty hard if you let them. Anybody watching that wants to join, you guys are more than welcome. We're doing a nice viewer sesh today, so if you guys have goals you want to meet, I just want to get to level 90 freckin' 5. If I get to level 95, then I'll shut up about it. And then anything that you guys want to do, if you need help getting through certain areas, or just want to show off your build, or whatever, you certainly can. It's just a chill session today, more than anything, just because I'm really just preparing for Avowed next. So tomorrow we'll be playing Avowed for the first time, and looking forward to that. Oh wow, what people like really want this stuff. Would you look at that? Gold. What did I miss over here? A whole rare. There he. Oh, there he is. Dune Lurker. That explains it. Oh, we have a boss I didn't remember. The Worm. Matthias, what's going on, brother? Matthias says, hey, Inhuman, hope you had a great weekend. I did. It went by really fast, though, considering it was technically a long weekend. I did not feel that way. We were out and about a little bit more than I'm used to. So I was like, whoa, the weekend's gone. I didn't even know it was Monday because we had things we were doing this morning even. I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, I gotta get started. So I was like, you know what, we're doing a chill session today. Any Path of Exile players are welcome. Even the Xbox players, sadly. You're welcome too. People buy some of the weirdest garbage and put it up for try. I love it. Because without it, there's certain things that I know that I'd be like, oh, wouldn't have had that. So I'm like, whatever. But I do sell the highest tier body coins and the it's fine. It's not fine. I do sell the highest tier body coins and Trial of Chaos thingies. That's it? This is 50 monsters. I don't know where they're at, whatever. I try. I don't have my full charges. But yeah, I don't mind. Some of the wacky stuff that they sell. Sometimes it's like, no, you need to take that off. Don't sell that. You have any. What I don't like, though, is the people that they'll list it for like 1 orb of augmentation and then they're like, oh, but it's actually 2 divs because I had 100 offers. Oh, okay. I forgot my rotation because I wasn't paying attention. Oh, whoa. The after effect. I don't know. I have my different tabs to rotate, says Wolf. When my, oh my god, I saw bones, my bad. I thought something was coming at me. When my 2 div tab fills up, I shuffle their prices down. Yeah, that's not bad at all. I think that's a really good thing, and I do want to incorporate like a rotation system because now I've freed up a whole tab or 2 just from map stuff, you know. So that's huge. You know what?
Go on.
I don't know why I picked that up. The good stuff. What was I looking at over here? Ew. Oh, Wolf, if you ever want some more of the your Esh you know how you gave me like a ton of the Esh catalysts? I farmed up a bunch so I can give you like your 30 back that you gave me. This is since then. I've been running Breach almost exclusively. And look, got us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Breach stones, working on another. I have 10 or anywhere from 7 to 10 ready to go on the map that I haven't completed yet. So once I get to level 95, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus the 10. So let's just say 17 plus these that I'm willing to just burn through. So yeah, we're looking good. Looking good.
Yes.
All right.
Until next time.
2 div, 1 div, 75x, 50, 30, 25, 16, 13, 8, 5, 3, 2. Those are your tabs. That's insane. But there is a method to your madness. There is method to your madness. Backwash. Who's the boss in Backwash? Then, of course, I have my Elon's Maps tab. Yeah, duh. Everybody has Elon's Maps tabs. You'd be remiss to not. You have plenty by now. You know the best thing is that about the map stash tab is that it holds like 576 of each tier. So now you can pick up these like lesser like Xbox tiers, and then you can go and say, for example, you want to have one full of just rares, and then you can be like, all right, and then anything extra is going to go in here, and then you can actually go into the sub tab, customize it, and you can say, you know what, I'm gonna make this one public, so you can sell anything that comes in here. So I was like, that's crazy. So now you can pick up any. I was not picking up anything under 14. I was like, if it's 14 or up, I'm picking it up. If it's not, then I'm not, because I didn't feel like reforging all the time. And honestly, I was running out of space. I had a whole 2 tabs dedicated to maps and tablets, and it was full. It was completely full. Wolf says, I have my filter set to uber strict. If it shows up, I pick it up. Yeah, I have everything essentially just because I'm just a crazy, I have to see everything. I hate not being able to see things, and I just realized that the only thing I have set like off is technically the scrolls of wisdom, which, oh my gosh, I'm not paying attention. Which honestly, I would, on console, I don't know how to set to where there's like a button or a key where you can see everything, or how do you remove your filter? I don't know how that happens on console, but so I just buy them every once in a while. But I was like, oh, I never do see scrolls of wisdom anymore. So casually just insulting Xbox. I like it. Yeah, it happens. Just slips out. Just slips out. Dude, I got bashed. Like, they were saying some ugly things. I was like, what is wrong with people? Like, I literally, like, I think I even chuckled when I said it on the patch notes video. It was just a joke, but apparently people really think that I have that opinion towards Xbox. So like, fine, I'll embrace it. All engagements, good engagements. Little do they know, they're still paying me every time they write those nasty comments. In my pockets. I think it's funny. I was like, oh wow, they're angry. And I woke up to that. I was like, what? That's another day in the life of a content creator. But yeah, I need to figure out the button that shows you how to remove your loot filter, you know, like temporarily, like a toggle. I don't know what that is, and you can scour the Reddits all day, and all they do is just moan and whine about why the keyboard and mouse guys have this, this, and this. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. It's designed for PC and keyboard and mouse, and they just kind of made it work for console, and it feels good. I mean, for the most part, it's very intuitive. But some of the things, like, yeah, they're working on it. And I can only imagine there's so much more ease of access to, because you have a bunch more keys on a keyboard than you do a controller. So it's like, yeah, it's just how it works. I see everything. My loot filter will never be strict because I'm just too noobish. I gotta see everything. Oh, hey, buddy. How are you doing? Frost Crush. I like the words that he says whenever you're using an elemental as a primary. Sounds way cooler. He's like, infusion! And stuff, but here he's like, Frost Lash. Frost Crush. Sounds like something you get from Dairy Queen. Not as cool. But it's just an infinitely better primary strike in my opinion. After much testing, I was using Storm Wave as the primary, then Tempest Flurry, and I've had the most damage output with Ice Strike. Wolf says, oh, I rage bait on videos plenty, like when I've been farming for months now. There's a video of Oscar De La Hoya arguing with Dana White, and I tell people that Dana would beat Oscar in a 1v1. He probably would. He probably would. Oscar would be too busy doing his hair or something. Pretty boy. He's a pretty boy now. He hasn't been a boxer in I don't know how long. He'll probably be writing the lyrics to his next song or something. Dana White could totally take him. Dana White could probably fight him and his wife at the same time and still win. Because we know he fights women too. He doesn't discriminate. Yeah. Alright, gotta get that Orb of Og. Gotta get the Orb of Og, baby. Whoa, that worm scared me. His death animation was really scary. Chubbly says, I was about to say a keyboard has about 104 keys while a controller has 14 to 20. Right you are. See, that's why I love my community. Bunch of frackin' geniuses. I love it. You get it. You get it. The keyboard has plenty more keys, so there's so many more functions you can just easily add. You have to add all these like hold L2 and hold your breath and then do this on controller because you have to start getting creative on when there's just so many different commands that you can pick from. So I feel it. Really I do. Let's go kill what's her nuts. People got so mad and I love it. Yeah. It used to bother me. I used to take it personally and now I'm just like, the mob is fickle. Yet little do they know, they line my pockets. Even if they hate me. It's like, it's blocking her wobbly bits. Because it's a PC, it's a family friendly stream. Can I loot, please? Okay. So what was happening is, every time I turned on, okay, now I don't know why that's there, but the little eyeball was closing. I thought my whole game broke. Now, normally, not even this tier thing would appear. It'd only be the beam of light and the golden aura. But I was like, okay, I can't see any loot anywhere. There's like no loot anywhere. And then Wolf walked me through, like, I had to just do like the eyeball thing. But I did not know. And that's not the toggle button because my loot, I can see everything. That's like my filter. So I can't see Scrolls of Wisdom somehow. So I don't know. I got to go back and edit it. But honestly, they're worth 25 gold and I have 18 million. So I think I can buy a few. But yeah, it was weird. So essentially, like any little loot, it was just gone. And I was like, what the heck? And I didn't realize I had actually removed that little eyeball button or turned it off. If you try to remove it, if you ever boot up the game, it automatically assumes that you don't want the eyeball on. So I'm like, it's so annoying. Well, either way, I have a hike. Let's just do it from here. Why not? I have a very long way to go. For one boss. The grossest boss ever, and it's... Oh, yeah. She's a little hottie. I like her. Large and in charge, I always say.
Lightning!
Oh, hey, that wasn't such a bad walk. Alright, I'm out of here. Over it. 50 enemies be danged. The grossest boss ever. Yeah, I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, my jaw was like, what did I just see? And then she smacks her belly out. I love that. I'm like, yeah.
What do you think?
That's the stuff. When did I pick up all this junk? Okay, so let's see. Let's do some math. 80, 134, 17. 81. Oh, that's not good. Okay, fine. Getting rid of it.
What can I do for
If she ain't 280, she ain't. I've never heard that in my life, but that is hilarious. Oh, that's good.
you? Yes.
Good fun. Good.
On with the work.
Did you identify my stuff, Doriani? Dang it. Whoa, Dark Trofer. Hey, take it easy. Kind of aggressive there. That's he's like really wants it. He's like, I need to ascend. But I always give people freebies because I'm just that kind of guy. Oh, which one did you want here? Just take this, and get out of here, kid. Bother. I don't have. Whoa, why are you giving me 5? Yeah, don't give me 5. Oh, that's fine. I was gonna give him 2 for free, but that's fine. All right, get out of here. Get out of my sight. Endgame. That's too funny, man. He's like, yeah, I need to ascend. I need to ascend now. He was antsy. I love the little antsy guys. Currency? I wish I could assign an affinity to individual items, because like the runes there, it just bothers me, but it's fine. It's all good and well, I suppose. And then this I can just get rid of. People love buying these. They love it. Chubbly says, I'm just gonna, can I just call you Chubby? It's so hard to say Chubbly. It's like Nubblies. I can say Nubblies fine. Or Nibblies. Nibblies? Or Chubbly? Nubblies. Like, you know, if you have nubs. Like Kirby. Kirby has nubs. Chubblies. That's really hard to say. But Chubbly feels disgusting. He decided to make a Spark Archmage character mainly for the speed map clearing. Wolf says, make an Infernalist Spark Demon. Faster clear. I'll look into it. Yeah, Wolf has like some of the best characters I've ever seen. Like, all very different in playstyle, but all very effective, so. Trample Toe Frostwall Sorceress deletes bosses in one dodge. Oh, that one's awesome. Yeah, that Sorceress is sick. Very, very strong. I want to make a Fire Demon chick. So, like, I have a lot to work on, actually. So, if we look at... Uh-oh, did I break the game? So this is my... I just got her to end the game. This is the Witch Doctor. I need to focus on survivability, so I'm going to change out all of the... Anything that is not her arms or her feet, I'm going to remove and just completely change it so I can get all res and then get her ready to go. This guy is better, but he's still kind of slow in the clear, I think. I need to find a way to somehow just increase attack speed and maybe drop some other nodes like Herald damage and stuff. So if I reduce Herald damage and then focus on attack speed, I think then I can reload faster and then I have a quicker clear. This guy is what made me cuss on stream. So beep, this guy. And then her, I changed her from a minion corpse detonation fire hottie to I went back to the demon form, and I didn't realize, I thought I was already in Cruel, but I'm not in Cruel anymore. I was just on the standard difficulty or standard playthrough, so I need to go through, rework, and make the demon viable, and then go through in Cruel, and then get her to endgame. This guy sucks, he's no good. And then this guy has, this is the one where I used no skills, and I beat the campaign, so, because I'm amazing at games. Because I'm amazing at video games. Oh, you make me blush. He's got great builds, guys. The first time I saw, he had a ranger that was just throwing flasks everywhere, and I was like, this is amazing. So then I was like, I want to make a witch doctor ranger chick, and it's sick. And now his is obviously way better, but I just want to make her viable in Endgame. Wolf says, I can spam any spell in my Demon Inferno. Spark is just easiest on the eyes. Yeah, true. Fireball and Lightning Orb, and it's just not as good of clear as Spark. I'm gonna do the Fireball, but I want the Fireball that in like to ricochet and all that. I want Fireballs everywhere, so that way you can be running Lightning, Spark, whatever the hell it's called, and then I'll be running Fireball, Spark. I'm just kidding, not Spark, but Fireball, Death, Explosion, and that way it's just fire and lightning. A song of wind and dance, or whatever. A song of ice and fire. Matthias, what's going on? Matthias says, Inhuman, even though I watched the stream when you streamed it, did you have any early thoughts on Night Rain? So, for Night Rain, it's a very interesting direction that they're going, and I'm more than anything almost like excited to see how the primary, the major like fan base takes it, you know, because you have like a core audience. That's a good one, actually. You have a core audience, and I don't know how long you're gonna retain their attention, because honestly, anyone that says the game's amazing or perfect or whatever they're just lying, and it's just for the fact that they're already an established Souls-like creator, so they're just gonna milk the views, right? They're gonna say how amazing it is and how hype it is and whatever. That's the little mainstream mob mentality that you got because of Elden Ring. And all the people that got fat off of Elden Ring and then became Elden Ring pros and Souls-like content creators overnight. Those guys are going to be the ones riding the nut or swinging off the nutsack that is Elden Ring Night Rain. But I think that the game it doesn't do anything exceptionally well. It's trying to be a Souls-like because it's got the theme and the setting, but it doesn't do it very well because you lose the weightiness of the combat. It's trying, and also just from a graphical perspective, it does not look nearly as good as Elden Ring, which I played the day before. Actually, I played the morning of, and Elden Ring looked phenomenal, whereas this game looked very dated and unpolished. The combat is also similarly unpolished. You don't have the same weight to it. The arcadey haste and sense of urgency thing is really forced, and yet you don't have the ability to menu or loot very quickly or efficiently. It's still very heavy on the menus and lots of button presses to pick up and choose between loot. So that's not done very well. They throw in the ring, kind of like in PUBG or Fortnite or whatever, a battle royale kind of ring that shrinks the map. And that is essentially, in those kinds of games, it's forced to encourage more and more encounters and eventually force encounters. You can't avoid each other forever. So that mechanic makes sense in that regard. And here, it just constantly keeps you on the run, and because there's so many points of interest that are already predetermined, you can skip them and you miss them and you feel like, oh man, okay, I guess I can go and try it next time or go next time and see it. The problem with that though is you have the same spawn points every time. So if you do want to explore a part of the map that you haven't explored already, because it's not procedurally generated, only the enemies can be random based on certain encounters, but mini bosses and day end bosses are the only ones that cycle through like a loot table, if you will. A table of bosses that can be picked from or selected from. Everything else, the encounters, as well as the general type of enemies and the points of interest are fixed on that particular biome. So there's not a lot of diversity there. So the replayability factor is once you already learn, hey, this is the best path to level and to get gear, you kind of lose the novelty very quickly. The ring doesn't do anything but force you to stay in kind of a general area. It's not forcing encounters. You can still skip anything you want. You just won't be leveled up high enough. So I don't like that. And then so they didn't do the Fortnite aspect of it very well. They didn't do the Elden Ring aspect of it very well. And then you have the roguelite aspect, which I've already touched on in a number of different ways. The replayability factor is not going to be nearly as long or as strong as you would have in a true roguelite, because aside from the relics that can enhance you and give you kind of like a little bit of meta progression and permanent boosts, they do not give you a lot of incentive, because you're picking the boss that you want to fight, the pinnacle boss, if you will, at the end of the third day. The first 2 days you have 2 random encounters or 2 day end encounters with bosses that you can fight, and those can be picked from a table of bosses that are going to be in that biome. So the novelty kind of wears off because, yeah, you're fighting the same boss. That's not a problem. You fight the same bosses in roguelites all the time. But the problem is the maps, once you understand the layout of them, they're fixed. You might have 10 different biomes, but you'll learn each of the biomes. They're not procedurally generated. The points of interest are fixed. So there's going to be a set path to determine. So there's going to be a very meta, this is how you level and get very strong in this map, and this is the path you take on this. The ring be damned. So the ring is actually, there's no point to it. It just means you have to just hold your sprint button. And so there's no more incentive than just to move faster than the fact that, oh, I need to go this exact same route every time to ensure I get the most and best loot and the highest level. So not only that, but then in terms of the, as far as I know, when you get disconnected, which I had many times, you do not get a chance to go back into that same instance. You're just screwed. So you lose all progress. So it's always, that's kind of sucky, especially if they can't get more stable with the servers. But long story short, which we're right past that, it's not exceptionally good at any of the three things it tackles and all the systems that it tries to overlay. So I don't believe that it's a game that I'm necessarily like, oh my gosh, it's going to be great. I think it's going to be okay, and it'll be fun for a few weeks. If I had friends, shit, it'd be super fun for a few weeks. But after that, it would wear off. And I don't think that the core audience, the true core audience, is going to be hooked for very long. But the content creators and all that will keep milking it, and they'll kind of keep it alive, if you will. And all the Elden Ring pros and the mainstream people, they're going to milk it until its teats are dry. So I don't think that it would be indicative of the actual success of the game, but you're going to see that, oh, it's going to be nothing but raving and ranting reviews about how amazing it is and how innovative it is. But honestly, the only thing that I think is innovative that they did is the fact that they had the foresight to see that Souls-likes and that genre is getting a little tired and played out. So as you can see, there's been a resurgence of action-oriented games, and even FromSoft recognize that, and they're trying to capitalize on that movement, because honestly, they're known for one particular genre, and them delving into another one is brave and admirable, but they didn't do it very well. It's not executed very well, and it's very unpolished. So, good attempt, but try again is what I'd say. Try again. All right, lots of comments, but yeah, I was just ranting. You did ask a good question, though. Those are my thoughts exactly. Different direction they took, in my opinion. Seems like they'll get too repetitive and the excitement to play it will die out quickly. Why didn't they just make Elden Ring have a better multiplayer? Have you tried the multiplayer mod? It's amazing. I haven't. I don't have anybody to really play with usually. Why can't the devs just add that into the game? Obviously it's possible. Oh, it surely is. They have, I mean, if a fan is making a mod that can do that, the game has the capability. Sounds like a better decision, Wolf. Indeed. I concur. Have you tried the multiplayer mod, Matthias? Yeah, Matthias is a solo Wolf. I forgot the name of the mod, but yeah, it's called like Seamless. It's called Seamless Co-op, I think. Wolf says, okay, yeah, Elden Ring with a friend or two is insanely fun. I think I'll stick to Elden Ring with multiplayer. Indeed. But that's of course my 2 cents, but that is a very informed opinion, just so you know, like being one that actually is quite familiar with every single genre that it's trying to incorporate. Like I've played hundreds of hours, if not more, on each of those genres. I mean, it's literally been thousands of hours on each of those genres. So it's like I'm not just saying this for shock value. It's just simply none of the things that it does exceptionally well. It's just, it seems, you can see the, I guess the great would say, you can feel and see the seams, you know? It just ain't there yet. So yeah, there's still quite a bit of work to be done for it to feel right. But Elden Ring fans and FromSoft fans in particular will jump on anything. You know, they're not going to care about the quality. They're just going to see that FromSoft is behind it, and they'll just blindly flock to it. But I don't give a flock about that. I'm not going to do that. I don't think I may not even buy it. I might just get the basic edition because it's only $39, but I don't know. I'm not going to get a lot of playtime out of it, and honestly, I don't care. I don't just buy things so I can make content out of it. I buy things because I like it, and if I like it enough, then I feature it on my channel. But I don't do the reverse of that. I won't buy a game only for content. I'll buy a game because I like it, and then if I like it enough, it's going to be on the channel. Now, Avowed, I have no clue if I'm going to like it, but guess what? It's, in my opinion, I try and lie to myself, it's free. It's free, it's free, because it's on the Game Pass, right? Which is not free. But I just try and trick myself and be like, it's free. Because I'm not actually shelling out the 80 bucks for the game, right? I'm just paying the monthly fee that they rob from me every day. And yet another testament to why Xbox community was a bit behind. Just a bit behind. But yeah, I think it could definitely be fun, and it is fun. But it's just not polished. So if you can go past those things and you'll enjoy it. If you have buddies to play with, you'll love it. But it won't last for long. You'd get tired of it relatively quickly. And you start seeing how kind of forced those different systems are. They have a lot of overlapping systems, and I don't think it's really done too well. Seamless. So it has the shrinking circle like Battle Royale games. It sure does. It sure does. Which, again, is used to force encounters, but you don't have to fight anything except the day end boss. So it's like, I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of it in this game. It doesn't feel right, you know? It doesn't feel significant. It just feels like, hey, I think Fortnite people might like this. They might recognize a closing ring. Matthias says, whenever something makes money, they always jump on the milk train and everybody wants to thirst for that juicy steak. But when they eventually start becoming dry, and nobody likes a dry steak. Very good. Excellent analogy. But yeah, I mean, as a content creators are scum of the earth. And that's from someone that is a content creator. Like they can create a perception that is vastly different from the truth just because of the blind masses that are following them, right? So like if you have enough of a following and you're a big enough creator, you could say anything like, oh man, like you can make any statement and it can be completely unfounded, and as long as enough people support you blindly, which that is the nature of platforms and social media, then you create a new truth. So people, I guarantee you that it'll only be largely positive in terms of the reception and whatever else. Although, like, the hardcore audience will never, other than muttering under Reddit and stuff, under the anonymous guise of Reddit, they'll never go out and outwardly say, yeah, this sucks. But I'm saying, like, it's gonna be a fun game, but it's not necessarily a good game. And it'll only be fun for a period of time. The retention is just not gonna be there. The only way it's gonna stay, like at least was with casual players that are only familiar with Elden Ring, and then because of all the Elden Ring pros and those guys, that the new like people that just kind of became Souls-like creators overnight since Elden Ring came out. So they have the ability to influence, that's what they call influencers, that kind of opinion. But it's like, no, dude, like if you just have any sense, or if you have the ability to make your own decisions, you'll come to the conclusion that it's not that good again. It's very decent and it's fun and it's a great idea, great concept, but it's executed poorly. So people just don't get that, and I always share my opinions in that regard. It's like, you got to think for yourselves, man. You have to, but most people don't. So it is what it is. No burned ground. I'm down. Wolf says, I pirate most games. Willingly, a willing admission. I won't say that. I play most games to try them out. Then if I enjoy it, I'll purchase the legit game. There you go. I read that wrong. He said I play most games to try them out. Wolf says, I like to take my time and explore the area, so yeah, I don't think it'll be purchasing that game. It does force a kind of a sense of haste and urgency. So it's like you do have to kind of move. Now, because of the replayability aspect or component, you could go back and say, you know what, this time, no matter what, I'm going to this northeast area, and you could go there. But you just need a hustle, because guess what? If the circle isn't closing in on that area, then you're gonna be pressed up against the night storm or whatever the hell it's called, you know. And so it's like, yeah, I'm a very big on completionism as well. I like to do everything, see everything. So I don't like that rush sense in a game like that. It doesn't fit. I don't mind the roguelite aspect of it though. That is what could really be expanded upon, in my opinion, because roguelites it's one of my favorite genres. It's my So it's Souls-likes, or just action RPGs really, and then it's Metroidvanias, then roguelites immediately after. So those are my favorite types of games. So they had an idea, and I like that they took the risk, but it just wasn't done too well. And the fact that it's coming out in 2 months, I mean, they're not gonna rewrite or reinvent the wheel. I mean, this is the game. The game is, it is what it is now. So what we played in the demo, aside from increased server stability, that is the game we're gonna get. And so I don't think people are gonna do anything but praise it though, because it's FromSoft. So I said what I said, damn it. It says I said the damn it, but I like to put words in you guys' mouth. Shayla says, hey, hope you're doing well. Hope chat's doing well. Oh, these guys are animals, man. We got pirates and criminals apparently, right, Matthias? I'm joking, and I hope that it's not too soon to joke about that. My chat is a bunch of delinquents, man. But you guys, as flawed as we are, you guys are amazing, because at least you guys have big hearts. I was joking earlier today in the stream about what happened when I did a video about the patch notes for this stupid game, and I jokingly said, and like I literally said, like I was like, nobody likes Xbox anyways, and I laughed about it because it was just patch notes about Xbox client crashing, and I woke up to a dozen at least hateful comments about how I was a dirty leech and how trashy I was for saying something like that, and all these other British insults. I'm like, I'm American. If you can insult me in American, damn it. So I was like, what happened? And I was like, oh, because I said Xbox, no one likes Xbox anyways. I'm like, So I'm like, well, now you just encourage me to bash Xbox any chance I get. So it was, so I was like, I cannot believe, like, can you imagine if I actually had an opinion on something? Like, I'm very neutral on that, but if I actually stated an opinion, can you imagine how quickly, like, people would just, like, be like sharks when they smell blood? Like, oh, it's attack. And then everybody was liking the comment about how I'm a S person and this and that. I'm like, okay. Because I don't like Xbox, apparently. And I was like, these people lack the intelligence to discern between a joke or not, and then they're so quick to incite that anger inside. I was like, man, that's why like people get like hurt because like they believe this stuff. And they're like, oh, but you said this. It's like, whoa, man. So the world is full of dingbats, and that's scary. Very passionate dingbats, and that is quite scary. Because it's like, man, like I was just joking. Can you imagine if I was serious and I was like, Xbox actually does suck? And it does, but the point is, like, if I said it seriously, you know? But yeah, it was funny. I've seen some criticism. Some really like it, but a lot of others don't. Yeah, I think it's very decent. But I don't think it's necessarily... I think it's a great idea. I love that. It's just not polished. It's not polished, and it does seem kind of... It seems like they Frankensteined all the systems together. And being one that plays and is very familiar with all the different types of genres they're incorporating, it's like you didn't really execute any one of them too well, but I like the Moxie. Love the Moxie. But let's bring down the Moxie. You hard diddly dee, being a pirate is the life for me. Indeed. I got pirates and other delinquents. Love it. Matthias says, I told my wife that when I got back, I was like, well, now you're married to a convict. Congratulations. Exactly. It's like, well, babe, I am a criminal now. I am officially a criminal. That is. I mean, now we can laugh about it. So that was kind of funny. But it's so dumb that it happened, and it's not fair. Shayla's laughing too. They get so angry so fast. That's why nobody likes Xbox. Exactly. I think that they were getting like kickbacks. Like he probably gets like if we make a negative comment in defense of Xbox and Microsoft. I will say this though, it's undeniable the number of games that they have failed to launch on the launch date synonymously alongside at the same time as PlayStation. Case in point, Black Myth Wukong, which sold over 20 million copies. You didn't get to cash in on that because you couldn't handle some little basic licensing stuff behind the scenes. That's not the first time that happened this in 2024, and certainly won't be the last time it happens. They dropped the ball many times with launches that just were delayed and that were not exclusive, console exclusive. They were literally allowed to be played and sold at the same time on both platforms, and yet I wonder why it was either weeks, months, or days late on the Xbox side of things. You know, like, that's just information that's undeniable. That's simply a fact. And that's happened multiple times. And we've talked about that on stream too. I was actually disappointed and shocked that Black Myth Wukong wasn't even available until just a few months ago. And by that time, it's like, wow, like, you kind of missed the gravy train, brothers. But anyways, that's part of the reason why you start seeing a lot of negativity towards the Xbox community. And not only that, but things like, hey, then you take over projects like, not take over, but you're then heavily invested in projects like Silk Song or whatever, but it's been years since a peep from the devs, from the publisher, from Xbox. It's like, come on, it could be handled better than that. Now, PlayStation's very grimy as well, but at least they launch games when they say they're going to launch games. And I can appreciate that. And they can spend however much and plunder a worthless game like Concord, and that's perfectly fine too. Because they better learn, it's like, hey, we don't need you to try and cash in on stuff. And they paid for it. And so it's like, that's what you get for being dumb. Quit trying to be greedy. But Xbox is just like, we don't believe in console wars. Well, you're in one, brother. You better wake up if you want to be, if you want to stay relevant. And the funny thing is, I am going to be playing Xbox tomorrow. So, all y'all. To be fair, Xbox is #1 for crashes and bugs. There you go. I didn't say that. That was the chat. I didn't say that. We all get the final copy of the game. Xbox stole beta testing. Matthias says, yeah, I know. And this is how idiotic it is. The lawyer's office sends me a letter. Oh my gosh, that I got Saturday, and it says to call and talk about my case. Oh my gosh. I'd be like, I don't even want to deal with this. Let's see. Talk about my case, that they're being closed, being as though it was the weekend. I called today and it's still closed because it's evidently federal. Oh yeah, federal holiday. Today is President's Day. That's why I didn't think I was like, oh, it's Monday? Mind you, my court appearance is tomorrow, so they let. Oh yeah, they definitely set you up. How are you supposed to handle all that? Oh my gosh. Shayla says Shayla doesn't have any consoles, so Shayla's PC Master Race. And here's the thing. If a PC Master Race person was like, Xbox sucks, they'd be like, yeah, it does. Because we use a mouse. Everybody loves PC players. But if a console person says anything about another console person, ooh, that is one of the cardinal sins. You know, I actually wanted to be PC Master Race at one point too, eventually. My major goal, I have a lot of like, my family has a lot of cool like milestones and stuff that we're going to be celebrating, so I'm pretty sure that could that's going to be part of the ups and downs of the financial journey of 2025. But I would like to be able to, by the end of this year, purchase an actual desktop, so that I can move away from the laptop, which at this point is, I think, pressing 7 years old. So I'm starting to kind of experience weird issues with it. I'm like, yeah, I need to go ahead and get a nice setup going so that I can kind of shift towards PC and pretty much as far away as I can from Xbox. I don't like that they set you up for failure, Matthias, but I will definitely pray for you, my brother. Wolf says, my kids have Switches each and a PS4, but they rather play on my 5-year-old hand-me-down PC and my 10-year-old one as well. I noticed that your kids don't have an Xbox. Is that a choice? Is that a conscious choice, Wolf Sky Moon? Is that a conscious choice? When you're ready for a PC, we should talk. Yeah, I need guidance, because I mean, I usually do my own research and whatever else, but I need something that's gonna last me and be able to keep up with everything I do. Like, I edit on it. I mean, everything happens from that system. So my laptop is like, I'm tired, Daddy. But I'm like, keep going. Because I need it to last. But I need a PC that's going to be able to do that. And then some. And last for an extended period of time. That's what I need. Additional shrine. Oh, well, yes, please. Yeah, I'll definitely get in touch. Definitely. Matthias says, I only love PC players when they get to play games and consoles that don't get like, for instance, No Rest for the Wicked and Nine Souls upon its original release. Yes. They do get games for, so there's like PC exclusives, you know, and no one talks about that. There's so many games that you can only play on PC. Especially me, I love indie games. So if let's just call that another genre, indie games genre. That would be another one of my favorites, where you explore a game that's just a passion project and it's completely weird and whatever, and you're like, yep, the person that made this game is crazy, but they love what they're doing. I love those games. A lot of those, like on Itch.io and whatever else, those are only like PC, right? So because I have the Steam Deck, I'm able to finally start partaking in some of those games, which is really cool. But I do like those. Wolf says Xbox isn't allowed in my house. Well, I leave mine out in the garage, but whenever I'm going to play it, yeah, you know, dust it off and whatever. I do the same. Shayla, let's see. Oh, I didn't see your comment. Oh, nice. Shayla says, I killed Millennia and Malekith this morning. What a boss. So I'm almost through with the base game. Got them both on the second try. Wow. Yeah, you thought they would be harder, Shayla, because you're playing beyond the age of all the Elden Ring pros. You started playing after the Elden Ring pros got their hands on it. That is insane, though, and congrats. That's not an easy feat. Millennia was her second phase, anyways. Quite the jerk. That's very well done. Shay, this is Matthias. I wish I could get on consoles to play games I can't get on the PC. So what you do need, Shayla, is you need a PS5. We gotta get the PS5 going, because we have Bloodborne we gotta play, and that way we could do co-op and stuff. That'd be really fun. Wolf says PC people are like Xbox and PS people. They have their teams, but when it comes to PC parts... Oh, I gotta read the rest of this comment. It's gonna be funny. Shayla says, thanks, Matthias. Exactly, Wolf. I'm not gonna start a console war in here, but I can't stand Xbox. Why does everybody... I actually use Xbox so much. I use it like regularly. Oh, it's too funny, man. That is too funny. Wolf says, alright, I'm gonna do some work and hopefully be off once I deliver the stuff. I'll be on later. Yeah, for no doubt. Me too. Take care, Wolf. Be safe, and man, that was hilarious. Shayla, that's great. I can't believe you beat Malekith and Millennia just in like a handful of tries. That's very, very impressive. Matthias. I don't mean to start a console war here, but I'm about to start a console war. That is too funny. We definitely need to get Shayla a PS5. See, once I get like YouTube rich, like right now I'm just like I'm all right. But when I get YouTube rich, whoo, it's gonna be good. I'll be like giveaways. I'd be like, okay, it's rigged, totally a rigged giveaway. We're gonna get this viewer, in this instance, Shayla, PS5. Boom. It'd be funny. I need that that YouTube Skrilla. But no, that'd be hilarious. Die, little bees or whatever. Mosquito creatures. Captain Nemo, what's going on? How are you? Are you off today? Are you getting ready for work, or what is your day looking like? I know you're in a different part of the world. It's a federal holiday here, so like most people are off. Parabellum. You want peace? Prepare for war. Oh yes, Parabellum. I forget the whole. It's like Signum Pactus Parabellum or something like that. If you want peace, prepare. That's from Punisher, by the way, and also that's part of the I forget which branch. Probably the Marines or probably something like that. I forget which elite group, which elite unit of Headbusters it is. But that's also from Punisher, which is awesome, by the way. Work coming up at 3 p.m. Very nice, very nice. Because I was going to say, you're more than welcome to join if you. I know you like to play solo, but it's just a chill session. I'm just trying to get to level 95, which I'm at 90% progress right now. Oh, I just ran right into that. And anybody's welcome. I'm giving away like some of the divines I have in my extra little stash tab, so you guys can have. Because if not, I'm just gonna break them down for chance shards. That's really hard to say. Chance shards. Chance shards. There you go. You can kind of just chance shards. Mastered it. I've mastered it already. 1:24 p.m. over here. Oh, okay. Very nice. You have an interesting shift. I used to work, I mean, this is a lifetime ago. But I worked from like, anytime I ever worked at 3 p.m., it was like 3 to 11. And that was when I used to work at a hotel. Because they had very strange shifts like that. You're an hour ahead. Shayla says, I think Liza P bosses are harder. I used Blasphemous Blade and the Thumbprint Shield. That's a cool shield. And the Mimic tier, so the Elden Ring pros would say I wasn't playing it right. Oh, they'd be pissed. You would, if you were a content creator, my gosh, they would have tore you apart. That's like in Liza P if you use the Shade, or what's it called? The Spectre? What a noob. People are just great, aren't they? I just don't, I mean, if you think about it, I question this more often than not. But God has much more, I mean, I cannot believe the amount of patience he has, because I'd be like, destroy, destroy, destroy. The world would have been destroyed many times over because people suck. I'd be like, yeah, I don't really like this group, this batch. Let's, you know, like when you make cookies and they kind of suck and you can throw them out? That's what I would do. But not the Big G. Big G's like, nah, I'll give him a chance and chance and chance. I'm like, how can you love these creatures, man? Some of them are so mean. They're so ugly to each other. But he sees what I cannot. I'm happy he does, because we'd be gone. The world would be gone. It'd be a speck of dust if it wasn't for him. His infinite compassion. Alright, let's go kick some butt. How many seconds do you think it'll take for me to kill this boss? Can I do it in less than 8 seconds? I guess so. We win. Captain Nemo. Yeah, I used to work at in a hotel in college, and I worked from 3 to 11. So it was like a weird shift, because you'd be like, you didn't feel like you had any time, and I don't like to wake up too early. I mean, I certainly did, but I was like, wow, the whole day was just work. Lies of P bosses are harder. Man, I don't know. I'm trying to think like who had the hardest bosses. You know, I get a lot of questions like, who's the hardest, which game has the hardest bosses? I'm like, I don't know. It's definitely not Bloodborne. Bloodborne does not have the hardest bosses. I love Bloodborne to death, but it is not the hardest by any means. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. Sandy says, thank you for the excellent content. Well, thank you. I'll fling something into your coffee tip site saying, well, thank you. Please don't feel obligated to do that. That's only if you want to, and I really appreciate that if you do, but don't ever feel obligated to do that. Your viewership on YouTube is more than enough, and it's always very appreciated. So as a full-time content creator, just you being here and watching me, where you could be watching anybody in the world, especially much larger channels and stuff, that means a lot. So thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm not sure what brings you here in terms of the content that you enjoy, but if it's the guides or anything like that, rest assured there will be plenty more of those. Lots more viewer-oriented content where we can play together and do certain things like that. Tomorrow we'll be jumping into an Avowed playthrough on my favorite console, the Xbox One. So we'll be playing Avowed, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. I think I might do something of a challenge run. I saw a gun in the trailer, and I was like, I want to use that. But thank you, Sandy87. You're awesome. Shayla says, "Yep, same." Yeah, I'd have been like, I would have thrown that batch of cookies out many times over. I just went back to seepage. Yes, I did. Very, very good. Very good. Sandy says, playing through Wukong just now using your guy. Oh no, nice. Wukong was such a fantastic game. It was just it was done so well. I mean, it was nice to kind of have the difficulty of some of the boss encounters, you know, that type of difficulty, but then, ooh, I need to restart. Like the cinematic kind of action where it was just like over the top and it just like, yep, this feels amazing. It makes you feel like a badass. You're like, yes. So that's really good. So Wukong was one of my favorite 100% guides to make. And I've noticed that some of the content has actually changed a bit in the most recent, like I think it was the New Year. I think it might have been the Lunar New Year patch. Some of the things have changed a bit, but essentially the content and the means in which you get the 100% still remains the same. There's just minor differences that have changed since launch. But I'm glad you enjoyed that. I loved making that series, and I do plan to continue doing 100% guides on games that make sense. So like Souls-likes and fun games like that, certainly going to be incorporating those throughout. Those are just something that you have to, it's kind of like a time thing. It takes so much time. You have to play the game, master it, and then make the guide. So whenever all those things align, rest assured there's going to be more of those guides for like most definitely. Oh no, my little cat. I can hear her complaining. She's so noisy. She's complaining about something. She's always fussing. What is she fussing? I hear her. I don't know what. Be gone.
Good eating.
Sandy says, I wasn't enjoying it until I got your guidance. Some of it has been glorious the way the spectacle of the fights play out. Oh my gosh, the fights are incredible. That is honestly... Oh no, I might actually need that to sell that. This is a very good helmet. Huh.
I'll be here.
But yeah, I'm so glad. I'm glad that I was able to at least give you allow you to appreciate the game in a new light, because that is a game that is quite deserving of, you know, at least some attention or time. Like if you just give it some time, you're like, wow, it plays so well. It's lots of fun. You are brilliant. Oh, thank you. You're brilliant at it. I have to go feed my kids. I'm here. No worries. Take your time. Enjoy. Go feed your children. Take care of your parental duties. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. Captain Nemo says, I work 3 to 11:30. Yeah. It sounds like your college days. I'm a shipping clerk at a where. Oh, okay. What do they call that? Is that second shift or third shift? I don't remember anymore. I haven't been in corporate in a few years. So. I think it's second shift, right? Sandy, take care. Yes. I have 2 cats. I have a black cat, and she's very loving, and she likes to just be in streams all the time, and she only wants me to pet her when I'm streaming. And then I have a little gray, like little Russian blue, I think they're called, and she's a little more skittish, but she's very vocal. Like you can hear her a mile away. I'm like, oh my gosh. So she's usually the one complaining, and then the black cat's usually the one in my lap or messing me or killing me or making me die in the guides. But Sandy, it was a pleasure having you on the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'm really glad that you're seeing, you know, Black Myth Wukong in a new light. So awesome. Welcome to the channel, my friend. Shayla says, so for me, the green swamp monster. Oh yeah, that swamp monster was a pain. It was a pain until I figured out his block windows. The green swamp monster, Laxatia, the nameless puppet have been harder than Elden Ring base bosses so far. Simon Mantis is always my hardest. Oh yeah. The camera is actually the worst enemy. Yeah. Camera is the worst boss in Dark Souls 1. Especially when you ride up against like an enemy's body. Just like, it's like, camera? Yeah. I love it. You know who I had a lot of did you ever play Wukong Fallen Dynasty? Shayla? Wukong Fallen Dynasty? Some of the bosses in that game were fracking hard. And in particular, there was I think he was a general. I forgive my ignorance, but I do believe he was like a Chinese, like he's a real person in real life, but I think it was Lu Bu, and he is like a spear wielder, and my gosh, he was so fracking hard, and it took me a while to beat him, and then I ended up finessing him, and like I was able to like no damage his first phase, but he was so hard. I was like, what is this game? That game had a million bosses, and they were all quite difficult, but when you beat them, it was very cinematic. I really enjoyed that. Oh, thank you so much, Sandy. Thank you. It actually shows up. It says it says new donation from Sandy and Kofi. Thank you so much. Oh, funny thing about that. First off, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. That more than you know, my friend. That goes a long way. It really does. But the funny thing is, okay, it was like a whole debate going on for the longest time. So the little icon and stuff, right, for that particular site is a little coffee cup, right? It's a coffee cup. Well, there was a post from the official Twitter of, I'll call it Kofi, and they said there is no, it rhymes with the site. It says there is no fee on Kofi, and people were like, wait, it's called Kofi, not I thought for the longest time it was coffee as well, and it says buy me a coffee and all that stuff, but apparently the way you pronounce it is Kofi, and I was like, huh, and I thought that was hilarious because whenever I started saying Kofi on like streams and stuff, or in my videos, they'd be like, bro, you're saying it wrong. It's coffee. Just saying, just a helpful tip. I'm like, no, I'm not. The official tweet, or the Twitter, an official tweet said, from their Twitter site, said, it rhymes with no fee. Kofi. I'm like, oh. So that's weird, right? Because the whole thing is literally a coffee cup. But anyways, I thought that was funny. Shayla says, hold on, whoa, all the comments come in. Boomberry. Shayla says, no, I haven't. Oh, you have it, but you just haven't played it yet. I think it's going to play mostly almost like a Sekiro. Like, I haven't played Sekiro yet, but I imagine Sekiro will play pretty similarly. It focuses more on like blocking and parrying, and it looks so good. It looks and feels very good, and it's very satisfying when you parry. You feel the weight of it. Matthias, I have a question for you, Inhuman and Shayla. Do you prefer games to release DLCs like a month after its base or years after? Honestly, I prefer it to be a little bit longer out, because whenever they release the base game and then they release a DLC right after, I feel like they're just trying to milk me. I feel like they're just like, we're going to release a partial game and then the DLC will top it off, and that's another $30 from me. I'm like, Sandy87, thank you so much for the subscription, my friend. I was gonna say, like, you know what? I don't know if you're subscribed yet, but thank you. You read my mind. Awesome. Thank you again, Sandy, and welcome to the channel, my friend. I don't like when the DLC is released too soon after the full game launch, because I do feel like I'm being targeted as a consumer for purchasing more and more. So I much rather them make a complete game, give me the full experience, that I don't have to pay for a DLC at 2 months after because they didn't have a proper ending. And then instead give me 6 to 8 months, even I don't care if it's a year or more. And then, wow, give me a reason to have a renewed sense to play the game again. And that gives me the ability to almost relearn it again, almost experience things for the first time again, a second time, if you will. And then I don't feel like I've been like, oh, I was a cash cow. I feel like, oh, well, $30 for a game I absolutely loved a year ago or 6 months ago, sure. As opposed to, I'm giving you $70-80 for the digital deluxe edition. Oh, but then there's DLC a month after. It's like, you just milked me for $100-150. And I don't like that. I feel like I can see through the ruse. It's excellent marketing and whatever, and relevancy is staying up, but I'm more about like the passionate content. You're like, you know what? I think we should launch a DLC. and we're gonna take time to make it, and then boom, and then that way next year you're gonna love the damn game just as much as you did this, you know, when it first came out. I feel like there's more genuine and is more of a genuine experience in that regard. Boomberry says, Matthias says, so I don't have to relearn the buttons. I have to relearn the entire game, the lore, the everything, because normally I play at a very high skill level. But if I immerse myself into one type of game, one game at a time. When I'm playing different games, like I'm just like, well, it's just gonna be very casual from my perspective. But if I'm focusing on a genre or a series of games, I'm gonna delve into it. I'm gonna master the lore, master the combat, do some challenge runs, and I'll be the expert on that game. But then as soon as I move on to the next thing, that knowledge is gone, because I need to like recreate and make more room and space for like just that. My mental space is just completely full of it. I'm like fully immersed in it, and so I have to like make space to then learn something new. So I try my best to kind of just retain what I can, but normally I don't, and I have to relearn everything. As you've seen me, I've played Souls-like games for years, many years, decade more, and you still see me like, wait, how do I do this again? Oh, I'm like, oh yeah, and then afterwards you see me, I'm doing a fist-only run, you know, in a few weeks. It just takes some time. It's like riding a bike. Like, you don't quite forget, but you do forget, like, oh, your muscles might be like, oh yeah, I'm not used to this anymore, and then you're like, got it. And that's really what it is. But I don't necessarily like back-to-back content like that. Sandy says, no, thank you. Cannot believe you don't have loads more subs. I will sub as well if I haven't already. Oh, you just did. Thank you so much. I'm catching up on chat. There is a little bit of latency, so sometimes it comes in a little late. But thank you, Sandy. Shay, this is, I agree, Matthias, but I understand they have to put some work into time into working on it. Agreed. It's interesting how people have different perspectives and preferences. I know. But that's what I love about, like, people are little buttheads sometimes, but what I like about my community that I'm trying to create and build is that we're very different in what we like and see and stuff, but then at the same time we have a lot of similarities. But you know what, our differences, in my opinion, is what makes us unique and special, and it's interesting. It's not like we attack each other for our differences, and then the fact that we do like certain things, that we're passionate about the same things, that's fun, and that's a fun community to kind of share. And then you can learn to appreciate new things that you're like, you know what, before I didn't really like that, but now I actually do. I didn't see it that way before. That's the whole point of being able to understand and appreciate differences, which I feel like this group in particular and some of my community can do. And just random viewers and commenters, though, they're toxic and they're just trolls, and they don't have the capacity to be able to have this kind of conversation, or maturity even. But I want the streaming community to do that and to be that way, and I think you guys have done very well in maintaining that. You guys are awesome, and that's why I love streaming so much. Shayla is a fiend. She says, I restarted another fresh playthrough of Lies of P. Oh yeah, you're gonna be great, just because your knowledge, and Souls-likes in particular, knowledge is gonna be your best weapon. Boomberry says brain reset. Absolutely. That's what I need. So I have to kind of like just get rid of and dump all of the other information, all of that level of expertise that I had attained, and then I just like, it's fine, I can always get it back. And then I have to learn the new thing and fully immerse into that. That's why you always see, like, I am very focused and fixated on usually one thing at a time. So that's my strength, and I know I have to play on my strengths, so I don't pretend to be like, I'm gonna remember everything, be the master of everything at all times. Like, nope, I'll be the expert that I need to be at the times where I need it to be relevant, because otherwise it's just a ball of stress on me mentally. It's funny, but it's actually like, whoa, it's overwhelming, you know? Louisim says, hi there. What's up, Louisim? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. And then, let's see, I finally caught up on chat. Matthias says, see, the problem is there's always releasing new games, for instance, first Berserker and AI Limit, so thank goodness for the DLC for Lies of Peace coming out way after those. Yeah, I don't like the back-to-back, because it makes me like, I'm like, oh, I gotta keep, I can't move on to this new game because I have to continue playing this one, and there's a lot of different factors into it, but for sure. Oh, I agree. Like, the DLC certainly deserves like the attention, right? But it's also at the same time, it's like, oh, I need to move on to this other game because I haven't even started this one yet, you know? And that's how I feel about it. Okay, we have a lot of citadels open, but we're so close. Okay, we're just gonna go. I'm gonna try and fight more bosses because that's kind of fun for me. And we can do fun things while we're trying to accomplish our goal. Just trying to get to level 95 right now, nothing too special. Sump? Which one's Sump? I know I've done plenty of Sumps. But I got rid of all my juicy ones. We're gonna have to craft some more, kids. I agree though, because I definitely want to give the attention and that time to each of the games, but oh yeah, it gets a little overwhelming when everything's launching on the same day. It's like, really? I forget what they're trying to launch on. Okay, so on May 30th, they're launching Night Rain, which I'm probably not going to really be partaking in too much. And then they're also launching Lost Soul Aside, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm like, interesting that they chose the same date, but that's an easy choice for me. I'm going Lost Soul Aside all day. If I had to pick between Night Rain or that, so. Oh, also, so this is my smallest channel, Sandy. I think if you're still, so this is my smallest channel. This is where I do guides, challenge runs, and my streams. So essentially, this channel is designed just for having a good time. No scripted content. It's all just, you know, off the top of the knot, as they say. So this is my smaller channel, but I'm trying to really focus on this one, and I create content regularly on this channel so that I can grow this community, the streaming community, and in this community in particular. My main channel is the lore channel that I linked in chat. That's my main channel, and that's where I do lore on different games like Lies of P, like Black Myth Wukong. I do any kind of lore and theory videos, and I always tackle like obscure topics. So that's how those two channels combined is how I'm able to make a living as a content creator. But I do have other projects underway that I'm working on, and trying to remonetize a demonetized channel that I had, a third channel that I had been active for a period of time. And so we've got a lot of projects this year that I'm going to try and pretty much make come to light. And it should be really good. Farming Endgame as well. Nice. Well, you're more than welcome to join or whatever you want. I don't mind playing solo or with bros. So if you want to play together, you're more than welcome, and we can run. So I just want to survive to level 95. And I just don't want to lose my 90% progression of XP because I've died so many times in the past few days. Bye. We can go pick up some food. Yay, I'm hungry. Captain says, I bounce between PoE 2 and Helldivers 2. I also don't get to play much until the weekend. Yeah, since Path of Exile, I've been able to play a lot more for fun. So normally when don't have a game that's so aligned with my personal taste and then content, you know, it's a lot harder for me to make, you know, I have to just in between streams or whatever, right? But this game is one that I actually really, really enjoy, and it's great for content as well. And it's something that just fits the theme of the channel. So I really like how perfect it's been. It's a great time to be able to kind of take it a little easier and not stress so much about, okay, what's the topic of the day, you know? So it's been really good. It's been a great balance, and it's a nice opportunity that you don't typically get, because I don't make content on games that I don't care about. Like if I'm not passionate about the game, or I'm not gonna feature on the channel, and I'm not just gonna go buy a game so I can make content. If I'm gonna buy a game, it has to be something I enjoy, and that's why sometimes it can be quite difficult to balance those things. But me, I'm like, nope, if I don't like it, I'm not putting it on the channel, even if it would get me views. Like, I try to be kind of true to myself in that way, because otherwise then I'm just gonna burn out, and I don't want to do that, because I've been doing this long enough to know that the burnout is very real. So you got to make what you care about and just make what you're having fun doing, you know? That's the balance. AI Limit's going to be great, but it does come out the same day as the first Berserker Kazan. And of the two, I would say first Berserker Kazan is going to take a priority from my scheduling perspective anyways. So I'm definitely going to play that game. It's going to be great. No. Wasn't paying attention. I'm over here trying to read chat. My memory isn't what it used to be. Old man Matthias. Can I just place some stuff?
Hello there.
Hello. Immune to fire damage. I love it. Alright, we gotta go, we gotta go. Expedition logbook, let's go. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. I can't see anything. I keep putting my map up. Don't you go dying on me. Alright, we're good. That was nice. Very nice clear. Expedition logbook, and this should be a level 80. Yes. Okay, that gives me another opportunity to potentially fight the pinnacle boss, because that's like a 1 in 5 chance that it appears on a level 80. Oh, another logbook. So that's great. That's really good. That's really good. Shay, this is your fine with Tice. I'm 52, so I understand. Because I think Shayla is Shayla with a Y, right? If I'm not mistaken. Shayla. I do believe. He always spells it both ways just to kind of cover all the bases. Because Matthias is just a kind, he's just a kind soul. Kind soul indeed. See, now we can pick up the lower tier waystones. And if we want, once we get enough, we can sell the extras. Great. Map stash tab is huge. Huge endgame update. Quality of life for sure. And I am all about it. Because this is something that I've been wanting ever since I understood how to progress in endgame. I'm like, wow, we need a tab for this. In fact, we need a tab for every single breach mechanic. I'm sorry, every single league mechanic. So you need a breach tab. We need a ritual tab. I mean, we don't really need a ritual tab, but I think it'd be fun. You could have an audience with the king and all your omens and stuff there. And for the delirium tab, it could mirror, you know, you could use that as kind of the template for your breach tab. You could have the splinters plus the full breach stone, among other things. And then of course, maybe each of the tablets fit inside their respective stash tabs and the breach mechanic. I don't know. I'd be okay with that. And if not, you just need a tablet kind of stash tab. But I wouldn't mind having a few of those other ones. Specifically a breach stash tab, and then expedition wouldn't hurt. Honestly, you have tons of currency, so I would like to see that. But you know, I think they're working on them. I'd be very shocked if they weren't. Elysium says, have you fought him already? I have not. I have not fought Olroth yet. Because I am just saving up as many 80s as possible. So that I can hopefully just farm them back to back and then fight them at least once, you know? How are you not falling yet? Okay. I have not fought him just yet, but I'm trying to farm up as many keys as possible. So I have a lot of breach stones, but I've already finished breach stone and that particular mechanic. So now I'm working. Oh, really? I can't open a portal in here. It's so funny. They didn't fix that. I've done the Delirium Pinnacle Encounter as well. I have not done the Expedition Pinnacle Encounter, nor have I done the Ritual Pinnacle Encounter because I just barely got an audience with the king on stream today, deferred. So I'm super excited about that. You didn't get any logbooks even after juicing. That's insane. I don't go to my way to insult people. Good job, Matthias. Shayla and Shayla. Shayla? If you're Shayla, you're from Australia. Shayla says I'm pretty thick-skinned. Oh no, yeah. I'm never like correct. You know, I kind of just remember things like I'm pretty bad. Like if we were to ever meet in person and I didn't know, and you say, "Oh, I'm this person," I'd be like, "Okay." I'd be so fixated on saying like, "Okay, I gotta say my name is blank. Nice to meet you." That I'd be like, "Wait, what's your name again?" I'll never forget a face though. Like faces, I never forget. So in here, I try and associate the face is the username, and so I'm like, okay, username is this. and I just try and recall everything that I know about that person and all the different conversations and stuff we had. So this is funny. Your digital face. The digital faces are beautiful. What the ball did I just do? What did I throw in there? Oh, okay. Another Louisium. I don't think I'm saying your name right. Louisium. Yeah, Louisium. I have quite a few. These are all I've got. I mean, I don't have quite a few. These are the only ones I've found. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6. And that's it. I have tons of breach stones, which I love doing. I'm going to try and solo the boss at the highest difficulty. Then I have the trials key. Then I have a bunch of these. Plus, I have 10. And now I think I have 9 or 10 citadels just ready to go. So I'll have this plus 10. That's about 17. Plus, these are like my play ones. So I'm probably just going to move these up. And once I get to 10, anything beyond 10 will be for fun. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this will be 9. And we'll be doing those after I get to level 95. You guys are so nice. I love it. But yeah, I need more 80s for sure. I thought we picked up 2 80s, but we just picked up a 79, which is unfortunate, but that's fine. Who did we just fight as the boss? Oh, and Sump. So Sump's boss fight is Ignagduke. Okay. Bloodline J! Thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. I just love that stinger. Like, if that doesn't get you hyped up, I don't know what will. Penitentiary. Yes, please. Yes, please. Do we want to beat the executioner? Oh, here's my cat. Here she is. She's like, no. No, baby, you're going to decapitate yourself with the string. As much as I used Raise to like not like cats. Like it was like, cats are evil. But I love this damn thing. I love her. Love her to death. I love both my cats. They're jerks, but you know. Such are cats. Louisium says, nice. I've got 2 logbooks so far and already spent 2. Okay, so just so that you know, the only way you can fight or have a 1 in 5 chance to fight Olroth is it has to be level 80 or above, okay? Because if you're just burning through like anything below level 80, I don't believe you have a chance to fight the boss. With my name being Lido, you can imagine I'm being called lots of things. Yeah, no doubt. Simulacrums, I've tried 3 and died. I tried 2 and I died in the first one and won the second one. Yep, I like to farm up keys so that I can go ahead and do subsequent tries, because there's nothing like trying to learn a moveset or learn something about an encounter and then you spend 100 hours in between each attempt. That's you're not going to learn the encounter very well or the mechanics, so you need to have that ability to go back to back and try it multiple times in rapid succession. That's how you're going to learn things. I don't see what's so hard with pronouncing it. Yeah, some people just don't. Man, my name, my legal name, like nobody pronounces it right. Nobody. They're like the Inhuman one. That's on my it's on my birth certificate. I'm the Inhuman one. The Inhuman one. Thy Inhuman. Louisa, what build are you running? What's build? Oh, my nose itches. I'm not poking my nose, I promise. My. Oh me and oh my. I remember you saying that, Shayla. I knew the French. Well, duh, right? It's from your husband's side because your last name, but I wasn't. Yeah, I knew that you had talked about the lineage and how it was from your husband's side, and it was like his grandfather. Let's see. Great grandfather was from France. There you go. Nice. I do remember that. I do. Oh, you'd be proud, Shayla. Our broccoli didn't die, even through the freeze. We did cover it. And all the tarps in my area, because we're in Texas and we don't understand how precipitation works or how cold works. So whenever it's cold or whenever it's gonna hail or whatever, like, everybody panics and buys everything up. Well, they bought all of like the garden tarps or whatever. And so we had to like makeshift and use like actual sheets and stuff. And our broccoli survived. Our broccoli survived. It was... Now, it's still growing and we haven't harvested it yet. But once we do, I'm gonna eat the mess out of it. Hold on, let me see what you guys are talking about. My name is Louise. The spelling I'm using is a corruption of Louisino, which means Little Louise. Oh, is that Italian or... Louise. That's awesome, Louise. All his other family origins are Mexican, so he's French, Mexican, American. Oh, nice. You know that we know a lot of... Exactly, Frenchie. I was going to say, I thought they used to give him a hard time for French. Yep. I also have... I have family that is French and Mexican as well. I'm Mexican, but most of the... Like, I have... Obviously, they... You know, we have a lot of, like, mixes and stuff. You swear in different universe? You swear you're different... The Inhuman Magistrate? You always have good ideas, though, Matthias. I think you were like an author or something in another world. Louisum. Yeah, I like it. There's so much of the endgame I haven't even touched, though. I'm level 83. Nah, no worries. All at your own pace, brother. Your journey is your own. That's what I always say. That's what I say whenever I see people do better on YouTube than I do. It's your journey is your own, the Inhuman one. No, but really it is, because when you start comparing or being like, oh... Instead, you should be excited about the potential for the growth or what you can experience in terms of the game. Like, ooh, there's cool things to look forward to. In terms of your progress or your career goals or your success stories or whatever, it's like what you're looking forward to. It's like, oh, just the potential, right? The potential, you can only go up from here, right? So before, I was much harder on myself and whatever else. But as I've always been positive, but I'm very usually determined and I'm very hard on myself in that regard. But I've learned to loosen up, you know, because... Whenever I am not here anymore, no one's going to be like, well, how many subscribers did you have on your YouTube channel? like, no one's going to ask that. And that's not the measure of success. The measure of success is, did you live a good life? Were you good to other people? Did you do your duties as a father and husband? And did you have fun? Did you enjoy life? You know? Yes, and yes. All of the above, baby. So that's the ultimate victory. I think, and I've told this before, like, I think the biggest... accomplishment I've ever had is that, and I encourage all of you to do it, is you find what you're passionate about and you monetize it, and if that's what you want to do, right? Like, I say that you don't like your job and you're like, you know what, I love doing this though. You find a way to monetize your passion, but, and this is a funny thing to say, but don't make a business out of it, right? Which just means, like, don't be too hard on yourself. Like, don't make it to where you have all these crazy metrics you have to, because then you're gonna burn out for something that you love and all it was for money. There's no point in doing that, right? So instead, I always, and it's very contradictory, right? But it's just fun. It's a funny thing. It's like, hey, monetize your passion. Like, do what you love and make money doing it if you can, but don't worry about all the other little things, right? Because when you do that, you're gonna stress yourself out so much, and then you're like gonna worry about little numbers and metrics, and I'm not hitting this number, that number. And then you're gonna just burn out, and then you're no longer gonna have passion for what started the whole journey. So you can't lose sight of that. But anyways, that's just there's my philosophy. But no, I hope that it helps you guys. You guys are awesome, and you can do anything. And I have learned to not be so hard on myself and just enjoy the journey. The journey is honestly more fun. It's just like a challenge run. You feel much more satisfaction along the way as you're figuring things out than you do once you've made it to the end or the finish line, you know? That's what I've learned in my years as a content creator and then going full-time as well. Ooh, look at all the pretty loots. Don't want that, though. Brazilian. Oh, okay. Nice. Okay, that makes sense. Definitely makes sense. You know what? It's funny because the Brazilian is one of my there's a lot of viewers from the United States, a lot of viewers from I don't even know what you call it these days I don't know how, I'm not trying to be offensive, but I just don't know because remember there was the Brexit or whatever, so I don't even know, do you call it UK or I don't know what it's called anymore, and I know I asked about it but I forgot. I'm pretty sure it's still kind of technically the UK or Great Britain or whatever, but that's the next big region. And then Brazil is the third highest region. And then India is fourth, I think. So I have viewers from those major areas. It's kind of neat how varied it is. I think that's so neat. But I'm real big on trying to learn other cultures and stuff. I've traveled all over, and it's really fun to see just how different and things are, and that's what makes it so special. I always want to talk about the differences. That's what makes things so nice. The spice of life, variety. Love it. Greens and ooh, and onions. So we had an onion that in a day or two just started sprouting some crazy thing. We're like, whoa, I think we want to keep this. We want to grow this or something. It was insane. It looks so neat. So I was like, yeah, I think we're going to keep this. So we're going to plant it, but we don't know if it was safe to plant. So we're doing research. It's is an onion okay to do now and this time of the year? So we're just trying to balance all that stuff out. So Louism is running a witch minion. Oh, right. I had a witch minion as well. But I changed to a witch demon, but I haven't completed the standard difficulty yet. That was one of my first characters I created, so I need to actually go back and respec her, get her to where she's an efficient demon, and then go to endgame. Oh wow, your entire set's around 30 div? I don't, that's probably way more than what I've only spent 2 div on my build. I am very cheap. Very, very cheap. I do not like to spend. I like to keep my stuff if I can. I'm just greedy like that. I like to hold on to those things. Oh my gosh, here we go again. Gotta exit out to this character screen. Really? See, here's the thing I'll tell you, Louise. I'm gonna call you Luis, if that's okay. The thing that I would always suggest, because I may be new to Path of Exile, but I'm not new to action RPGs at all. I've been doing these for many, many years. So I've been creating builds across all kinds of for challenge runs or for just doing the most damage or whatever. And ultimately, this is my suggestion and my advice. Your build and the success of your build should not be gear dependent. So the power of your build should not be driven around the gear that you have. If it is, then it is going to be a very heavy investment on divines and whatever else. And that's fine. That is one path to take. But my build has strong bones, meaning I make sure my build is very easy to play, very fun to play, and then I make sure that the foundation of the build is so solid that gear can only enhance it. So gear can only make it better. So I don't know if you've been watching me kill the bosses, but I kill them in less than 2 or 3 seconds, and it's 4 or 5 million damage. I can do the same to a 15 million health boss as well. They die in seconds. So I'm doing I think it's 15 million DPS per second. It's something crazy like that when I'm getting started. So I've created the build in such a way that if I get better gear, it's only going to enhance the damage output, enhance the performance. And after a certain point, you really only need to get strong enough to kill pinnacle bosses as quickly as you can so they don't kill you. But 20 or 30k damage is going to kill one-shot any boss, 2 or 3 shots to kill a rare, and you're good. Pinnacle bosses are where you need to amplify or multiply that damage to the millions. And good skills, good passive trees, smart decisions on your passive tree are going to be much better than any gear. Gear can only help. But if you don't have good bones and you just get good gear, then the gear can carry you as well. But I try and make my builds based on the passives where you can slap on anything and they still perform. So I tested this same character and I used a regular stick, the stick from the starting game, and I was still able to clear a breach at T15. So it's like you can use, if your build is solid, you can use it at any with any gear and it's still going to perform well, you know? But I get there's going to be a point where you feel like, oh man, maybe I'm plateauing. Take a look at that skill tree and you might be able to tweak it even more. The Inhuman's always wise. My mom's a penny pincher as well. She really will spend money. Yeah, exactly. I'm all about, like, I think saving is smart and whatever else, but I'm like, when aside from leaving it behind for my daughter, I was like, you know, when I pass, like, I'm not going to take the cash with me, you know? So you need to enjoy it and experience it, and you don't need to worry about the pursuit of cash your whole life either. Like, it comes and goes. I've made tons of money, and I've made like no money. And I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about like before YouTube. Like, I was in corporate and busting heads and doing whatever. I made tons of money, and then I've also made no money whatsoever. And it's like, yeah, there's ups and downs, you know. And money is simply not what life should revolve around. And I make that a point. Very, very, oh no, I can't die. Oh no. If I die, I'm so sad. I cannot die here. Okay, oh my gosh, I panicked. But yeah. To me, money is definitely a means to an end, but it is important because you need to think for the future, especially if you have children, stuff like that. But aside from that, it's just use it, enjoy it, you know? That's my philosophy. I always think of like, you know, like in all the, oh my gosh, what is this map? I always think of like the dragons and all the medieval sci-fi books I read, and they have these massive hordes of gold and stuff. And it's like, what does the dragon have all the riches for? They're not going to use it. They're going to go out and use the gold. I see, Louisa. Okay. So Louisa says, makes a lot of sense, but the minion builds have to scale off spirit. Okay, yeah, see, that makes sense. So for your build, it does make sense. And I died. I don't know what the modifiers were on this world. I'd love to know. We lost all that progress. We were probably at 90%. Now we went all the way back. That's okay, though. I died. Oh, I can't tell. 82%. We're at 92%. Oh my gosh. Okay, now we need to farm hard, because that is, that's not good. I don't like Willow very much. I cannot believe I died. I knew something was up. I wish I could have seen the modifiers, because normally I can just coast through whatever. That was scary. But I was like, something's hitting me very hard. Okay, we need to go ahead and drop these. That makes sense, Louisa. For your particular build, it is gear driven because you have to have spirit. So that makes 100% sense. That does make perfect sense. So yeah, you're gonna have to then look for some gear. So man, your gear is costing now a bunch of divines. I'm sure you use the trade site, right? That's very interesting. Yeah, that makes sense then. I didn't go end game with minions, so yeah, that definitely makes a lot of sense. Shay, this is, I try to save, but my husband and kids always need something extra. My husband has a separate savings in 401k, but the account that I have access to rarely has much extra. Same. Balance is definitely hard. It is. Chubbly. Dying is part of the game, or at least what I tell myself to go. Yes. That was just me. I'm just learning. I didn't see the modifiers on that, but they were hitting so incredibly hard. I was like, what is happening? From that first wave, I was like, whoa, I'm in trouble. That is not the case usually for this build. So I was like, what is hitting me so hard? I would have loved to have been able to see what I just... Oh, I guess I can look back on the stream at some point. I died, Chubb, and I lost all that. I was at 92% progress. My gosh. That means we got to move a little faster because I was able to gain 10% in the last, I guess, 2 hours, but got to move fast. My build completely breaks if I use the wrong gems. Facts. I don't have the time to look into crafting and trade. Yeah, it gets a little tough. The crafting part is so risky as well. You can ruin gear, and you got to be very careful when you're crafting. Oh, I'm angry. I can't believe I died. We lost all the progress. That means tonight I'm gonna have to get on with Wolf Sky Moon and kick some ass. I have to get to 95 today. Like, I have to. It's in my brain that I must. And so I must. We're gonna move a little faster. I'm gonna be way more mean in chat. I'm just kidding. I ain't reading your stuff no more. I'm just kidding. I love when you guys talk. It's so much more fun. It's literally like if you guys were here on the couch. That's what I love about streaming. Oh no! Oh, never mind. It was a crab. Oh, hey, mister. Who is shooting me? That guy. We are going to continue deferring our audience with the king. It's our very first audience with the king, and audience with the kings are like worth 8 divines right now. That's insane. I would not sell it. I'm gonna keep it forever and ever, but they're worth like 9 divines. 8 or 9. And that was weeks ago, so they're probably worth more now. Oh, you watched They Live, Matthias? That is such a great movie. That's so good. I thought you had your glasses on the other day, right? That's right. There's only one God. That's crazy. See, and the funny thing is, even the Bible warns you about just the sole pursuit of money. Like, it says, hey, it's a tool, you gotta use it, whatever, but you don't need to spend your whole life pursuing it. It's a great distraction, you know? Keeps you from like really focusing on the things that matter, you know? And the way that everything is now, even like, you know, working in corporate, you can see it too. It's nuts. Like, everything's about money and how important it is and whatever, but then it's like if you die, they'll replace you in 2 weeks. They'll have someone sitting at your desk. You know what I'm saying? They'll send out a nice email to your family and to the coworkers, and that's it. Oh, thank you so much, Esposa then. Tired Pill says just subscribe. Thank you so much. I appreciate the Prime sub. I am trying to grow my Twitch community, so that means so much to me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You know what I haven't done? Viewer count. Why is the viewer count down? Oh yeah, thank you for the follow as well, my friend. I need to come back over here because there was another ritual I just completely bypassed. Or did I do it? Did I do it? I guess I did. I can't multitask, okay guys? I'm sorry. That's a good thing, Matthias. He knows not to get distracted. You should be proud. You should be very proud. Alright, no more dying, okay? We're done dying. It's time for butt kickery. Everybody is dead. I'm kicking so much butt that it couldn't even load in fast. Alright. Trying to clear this out so I can actually go into the shop for a second. Like, hello. Give me a second, please. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my gosh, it looks so pretty. I just have to keep deferring it? Can I not like pretend to put more towards it? Can I defer it again? Damn. I can't. Can I defer it again? Oh! Okay, I can do one more. Okay, I can defer it more than once. I like. So you can defer back to back. That's actually really interesting. I've not had to do that because I didn't really care much about some of the omens I was getting. But I do care about the audience with the king. My very first one. Very exciting. Well, hello, little snake plant things. Snake flowers. Oh, thank you, Louise. If you do, that'd be awesome. I am trying to grow my Twitch community as well. honestly, I have always tried to grow streaming on Twitch, but I've just had a very difficult time. I've just never been able to really pull it off. But yeah, if you do, I'd love that. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, I know. It was so funny because so what happens is on Twitch, what will happen is you'll see people that follow, and they like, you know, you get hyped up because you have a new follower, and then they'll be like, hey, you know, I do web design. Your thumbnails could be a little better or whatever. I was like, oh my gosh. So they're just trying to peddle their wares, you know, peddle their services, and I don't really like that because it's like, you have to be pretty audacious to do that. And I understand like the hustle and all, but it's like, is it really that serious to go onto someone's stream and then peddle your like, offer your services? That's very audacious to me. I don't think I'd do that. But anyways, I don't like that because it's super annoying, and it's like you're just taking away from the stream because you want to make a quick buck, you know, and that's kind of just, that's just distasteful. There's no taste in that. It's in poor taste, not very classy. So I don't know, I don't like that, and that's why I always give them a hard time. So that's why whenever you hear me joke and I'm like, you are eligible for this except if you're in web design, you know, I'm just joking because nowadays most of the Twitch activity I get is purely either bots or it's web design or graphics design people, and that's not fun, you know. It's like you want people engaging because they are trying to have fun with your content, or they're enjoying your content or whatever. It's not because they're trying to make a buck off you, you know. So that's kind of weird. So I don't really like that. Doesn't make me it makes me feel icky. So I don't really like, that's why I give them a hard time, and I'm like, are you even real? Are you trying to sell me something? You know, it's like someone complimenting you and then saying like, well, hey, I have this brochure here, you want to check this? It's like, oh, well, you didn't mean that, you're just trying to BS me, you know. It's called blowing smoke, and I don't do that. I think it's just kind of rude, and it's very disingenuous, and I don't like that kind of interaction. I'm very real. Can we kick this guy's butt? You think we can do this? Me too. It's a sad state of affairs indeed. That was you, Luis. Oh, thank you so much. Esposa de tia. Is it? Esposa de tia. See, that's so interesting because it's like there's so much similarities to Portuguese and a mix between Spanish and French, because a lot of the numbers, like when you have like your numbers, like when you're counting or whatever, a lot of the numbers have like French base to them in my head because I know a little bit of French too. And I remember that I had to communicate with someone that was speaking Portuguese, and she was talking to me, and I was okay, as long as we speak slow, I think we can. I was speaking Spanish, she was speaking Portuguese. I was like, I think we can kind of work together. And I remember then we had to go over numbers. I was like, oh, I don't know if the numbers are the same. So I would say certain numbers, and then she would then kind of, and I'm like, yeah, so we'd be able to. It was so neat because it was like, I'm glad I know Spanish, which is fine, but I'm also glad I knew a little bit of French because I feel like with those two, it's almost like Portuguese. Portuguese is, of course, its own language, but it sounds in my head like a little mix, so I was able to recognize a lot of the words. Thank you so much, Louisem. I really appreciate that. That was you. You're the long name guy. I like it. I like it a lot. I hate the latency in the chat. I have very low latency on, but there's historically for years and years and years there's been lots of issues with late. So you always like, if you guys are chatting, I'll see it like 30 seconds later or more, even with low latency. It's so dumb. So sometimes I'm like, what do you say? What did I ask? Like you'll say like no, and I'm like, wait, what did I asked a question? I've already forgotten about that. So it's funny. I've never used that. The Valve Factory. Ugh. It's just not fun. It's just not a fun map. Oh, I know. Chubbly says, I'm not even sure if those are genuine because most want to Discord and a lot of hacks come from randos on Discord. Really? Really? See, that's insane. The, I don't really use Discord much. I have a Discord, but it's not really utilized in any way that's like, you know, for any, it doesn't do anything, you know? So it's like, whoa. Look at these. Whoa, these look cool. Boots. 10% increased movement speed, Armor, max life, 90% chance to be afflicted by it. Why would I want that? Oh, it just increases your movement speed if you're jacked up. I don't know if I like that. I don't like inviting damage, especially if you get hit in this game. At certain levels, you're just gonna die. Plain and simple. I didn't know that a lot of the hacks came from Discord. And from my Discord isn't tied to anything, so I wonder, is that just like in general how it works? Because like I have nothing associated with it, nothing's linked or anything, so I don't think they could do much damage, but that is very good to know because they will try a lot of ingenious ways to hurt you. Oh yeah, trying to milk the viewers. Oh, no doubt, Matthias, absolutely. It's a cutthroat business, yeah, as long as money's involved. You're right, Portuguese and Spanish are that similar. Yeah, I can understand Spanish when they talk slowly too. I'm sure you can, and I bet you could even understand some French. Because like some of the numbers, like after 20 and beyond, it starts making sounds that are very similar to French. And that's why I was able to pick up on it, because I was like, I know this sound. This sound sounds familiar. It was cool. Val Factory is gonna be the big guy. I forgot his name, but the big tentacle guy. Okay, guys, what's happening? Why are we so aggressive? I don't like the Val Factory very much because I get surrounded, and before when I was like, you know, mid 80s, this was an area where I struggled. Like I did not like this map. And so I'm just gonna have post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. Just a little bit. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Alright, I'm gonna focus a little bit on this area, guys. I don't really like this area, so we're gonna get through it as quickly as possible. And honestly, I don't want to die. I can't afford to die again, because it'll just set me back several hours in terms of our journey, so I am going to focus on this part. French, too, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm Vapor Rub. You're Vapor Rub? Oh, no way, Captain. I had no clue. Well, that's so awesome. Thank you so much, because I was like, Vapor Rub is so friendly, and it was so... Oh, no, I remember. No, you told me. You told me. You're like, no, watching on... No, that was you. Yeah, I remember. You actually told me. You said that you were... You're like watching on YouTube, commenting on Twitch, right? Because you're on your TV, I think, if I'm not mistaken, right? I want to say that that's what happened. That is awesome. Now I'll never forget. So Vapor Rub is Captain Nemo. Ouch. All these identity reveals. This area is so dense with enemies, my gosh. The enemy density is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I want to be a voice actor. Like I do want to dabble in it, and there's been some opportunities that because of schedule conflicts I just couldn't do. But I am going to actively pursue that. I have been wanting to do this since Legacy of Kain Defiance. So I'm like, I'm gonna do this. And the funny thing is, I'm so shy. Like, you guys would never guess it, but I'm a shy guy. And it'd be so funny, like, to be like, oh, just make a little, like, you know, a death sound. And be, yeah! I'd be like that guy. That's so awesome, Captain Nemo. Can we kill this guy in less than 10 seconds, you think? I think so, too. Inviting damage, that reminds me of Neo when he sparred with Morpheus. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. He's like... I use that line quite a bit. Especially in my Thorns only run. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. Good old Morpheus, man. Yeah. Alright. I just don't like that these guys have like the waking up animation and they're invincible during that period, so it does leave you exposed to the other enemies, so we gotta just keep moving. Die! Yep. Oh my. Big explosions. And you. The Prowlers, man. I always kill the Prowlers just out of principle. Kai Release says, what level are we headed toward? We're going towards level 95, but 2 seconds ago, in a map that I normally don't have any kind of issues with or anything, I died. And I was just so shocked because I don't know what the modifiers were, but the damage that I was being dealt was just massive damage. And I was getting stunned as well, so I just died because I couldn't outpace it. And I wasn't 100% focused because I was like kind of caught off guard. I was like, whoa, that just happened. And we're at 92% progression to get to level 95, and now we're back to 84. So I was like, dang it. So I really do want to get to level 95. I want this character to get to 100 just because it's just a little goal I have for this particular character. The monk was my absolute favorite character, not my first character, but certainly my favorite. And before the end of this season, I wanted to get to level 100 just on one character, you know? I'll never do it again, but and it's not, my build's not dependent on that or anything. It's just like, it'll be fun. It'll be a cool little personal goal that I could set and achieve at some point. Oh my gosh, I'm panicking. I can't multitask this, by the way. Kai Release, I cannot multitask. Save me. I've been trying to get to 97 and the grind is rough. I can imagine. And sometimes, like, I play solo a lot, but then I'll play with this guy. His name's Wolf Sky Moon, and he's like really good. So we run these crazy juicy maps, and like usually at least once one of us is gonna die. Like in any session, one of us is gonna die, and it's like, well, damn, that sucks. But it's just fun because at least you're experiencing that new high level content, or as otherwise you'd be like, okay, I'm just trying to grind, and then it gets grindy. It's not as fun. So you gotta have the enjoyment, and you gotta balance that as well, I think. Otherwise you do burn out, you know? And I don't want to burn out on this game. I'd like to feature this game indefinitely on the channel, alongside the Souls likes and everything else that we do normally. So I do want to incorporate this game, and I don't want to get burnt out. And I've already put 500 hours into it, and guess what? I don't hate it yet. So I think this is going to be here for the long run. Oh yeah, I have fixed all of my bad habits because I was dying, and just about every time it was certainly my fault. But sometimes, like this last instance, I just wish I would have known the modifiers, because the thing is I wasn't fully focused, and that was my bad. Because I've been running through these maps, corrupted maps, like, and whatever else, juicy T15s, and it's like no big deal because this character is really strong. But I was like, whoa, caught me off guard, and I got overwhelmed, and I'm dead. But it's fine. I do want to clear this area really quickly though, and just kill this boss and be done with it, because I don't like this map. There's too many things from too many different angles. So yeah, I have fixed my bad habits though. I used to die for silly on-death effects and things like that too much, and now I don't do that. Not anymore. I kind of want to get to 100 as well, says Kai Release. Yeah, but with the PoE, I know I'm not a PoE 1 player. I'm new to PoE actually, so I think it's really exciting, and I'd love to get into it. And I am, from a lore perspective, certainly going to try and tackle it because I love lore. This is my smaller channel, and my larger channel focuses on lore, and I really want to cover it in that regard. I'm not gonna really. Yeah, here you go. Oh, that's probably what happened. Since I don't know this map, let's see. But anyways, I'm not juicing these right now. I just need to get my confidence back up. But yeah, I would love to like experience those events and stuff, but right now it's like I don't want to go back because I'm not gonna be able to really understand what's going on or jump into it at the highest level and get the true fulfillment. So when things slow down with PoE 2, on my off time, I'm gonna kind of get really well acquainted with PoE 1, and that'll help me do my research for the lore and all that, and then of course just the enjoyment factor, we can play that as well, so we can always be bouncing back between PoE 1 and PoE 2, so that'll be fun. Oh yeah, low FPS can, yeah, sometimes you get some nasty frame rate drops. Yeah, I know. I heard like that was new. I didn't even I was like, oh, okay, that's actually that's a really nice feature that I'm sure you're like, whoa, I wish we had this in PoE 1. I wish we had this in PoE 1, but there's a lot of good movement tech, I think, in PoE 2, and I would certainly be like, whoa, this moves way, it would make the feel completely different. You know, I can only imagine. But yeah, I love breaches. They're my favorite, absolute favorite. Everything's dying. I don't even know where the breach circle is anymore. Oh, it's behind me. Of course it is. Where's everybody? I need a big pack. There you go. Yeah, die, Gorilla Man. Alright, cool. That would be really nice if they could. I'm sure that it's going to be so highly sought after because for any of the new PoE 2 players that now are going to experience PoE 1, they're going to be like, ooh, this feels way different. And I'm sure they're going to want to try and incorporate that in some way. I feel like I miss a lot of breach splinters. Lots of breach splinters. Left behind. No man left behind. Captain Nemo, take care, my friend. Be safe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Enjoy your day. Let's see. A chest. I know I didn't pick up any of those breach splinters, so where are they? Breach precursor tablet. Whoa, hold on there, buddy. I kind of zigged and zagged all over the place because I was just like in the zone. Yeah, I don't know what the heck I did. Ah, here it is. Another. Ah, yes. Darkness. Heavy belt. Okay, let's just go explore the rest of it and be done. 85%, yeah. All the XP. I need 33% XP gain waystones. I could try and buy some of those, I guess. Could try that. Away, demons, away. There are a ton of enemies left. And we got a big boss too, so I say we circle around this way, kill all the little bosses, the rares, and then we'll come back and kill the big boy. Kill this guy because he's just sitting there, just asking for it. There you go. Oh my. Why did it pick up the wrong? Wait, what is this? Yeah, I didn't want this. I was like, that's not a unique. You can't fool me. Bramblejack. Bramblegast. Map completed. Okay, cool. So then that's done. We'll kill the rest. There's gonna be there seems to be a lot of open space, so let's, you know, clear out a few more enemies.
Freezing strike.
I'm sensing a divine somewhere. Smell it. Smell the richness. Whoa, big boy. Why are we attacking him? Hold on. Oh, he's dead. Never mind. Those things are cool. I wish I would have read his name, because I've seen him a few times. You don't see them very often, but it's definitely something that spawns during the corruption, like a corruption node. And I initially thought they were monsters that appeared during the delirium node, like event, but I do believe that that is the same monster. Unless, I don't know, they could be different, but I don't know. Looks very similar. There's only one monster left. We did good. We'll let him go. That way he can tell his friends about us. He'll know not to mess with us next time. Damn it. Kai Release says, I don't think so. Legit monsters around me. I'm high evasion and a bit squishy. Poison Conk Pathfinder. Very cool. You know, the cool thing about the Pathfinder is that I made mine a witch doctor. So mine is essentially like a witch doctor, only throwing flasks. So all I do is throw flasks. I don't even shoot arrows. It's such a fun build. I just don't have any survivability. I just got her to Endgame, and I need to obviously get all res and all that stuff. So there's a lot of work because I don't have any baseline other than evasion. I don't really have another like line of defense, you know. So I just want to do boss nodes. Ooh, or we? No, I don't like Rust Bowl. Rust Bowl sucks. I don't like it one bit. Savannah. Oh yeah, let's get some revenge. Actually, I did die there. Blooming Field's too slow. Steaming Springs is fine. Sump again. I need to juice up some of these waystones now. I'm feeling okay. The ones in Delirium are different. Okay, the ones in Delirium then. Oh, Katash. It's your same. He drops nothing. Thank you. I thought you were talking to one of the people in the chat. Thank you, Kai Release. Yeah, and then there's the one with like, it's like a mouth on its head, right? I think that's the Delirium monster. I was gonna say, are they different? Yeah. So there's really rare encounters that you see, and every time it's just a cool fight. They're very resilient, but they don't drop anything. You saw the drop. It's very disappointing. I've had the boss appear off the map, like there was a boss encounter and a rare enemy didn't appear because it was one of the praying mantis thingies that fly in, and it did not come over to the map, so I couldn't clear that map. Also, I fail a lot of my citadels because even though I do 0 clear, like I'll clear every single rare and then defeat the citadel or monster, the boss, it'll still register as a failed node. So all over my atlas, you're gonna see failed citadels. And I've only ever failed 3, one of each. I failed 1 Act 1, I failed 1 Act 2, and I have failed 1 Act 3. And I've only ever failed 3. Everything else I've completed to 0, and I still have failed maps, or failed citadels. And I don't like that, because it's like, I feel like there's probably an achievement for, you know, winning, you know, whatever, 100 citadels or whatever. It's like, well, if 20 of them are showing, I've done like probably 50. I was like, if they're showing failed, that's gonna count against me, you know. So that's kind of annoying. So I wish that they would fix that, because I still fail citadels even though I'm literally clearing it out 100%. So I don't know why it does that though. Are we all full? I guess so. What is this one? Tools catalyst. How much does this breach one have? 9. Very nice. I'll take it.
Yes. Good evening.
Let's get rid of this stuff.
Until next time.
And then we'll sell the inscribed ultimatum for lols. That Citadel bug is certainly known. I've seen that since the very beginning, and it's so annoying. It's so annoying. Yeah, you have been stuck with the bosses off the map? Yes, same here. It happened only on the red beam one with the wolf for me. For me, it happens on every single one. So I've experienced it by doing 0 clear on every single map. So it is a any Citadel is possible. It is possible for it to trigger. Initially, people were saying, "Oh, it's the copper. It's the only this one." I was like, "No," because I clear them, and I do 100% clear, 0 enemies left, and it just shows up as a fail. It's really, really odd. And I've tried experimenting with like portaling in or no portals whatsoever, or I've tried all kinds of different scenarios, and each time it's always been an issue. Exactly, Kyra, that's all you have to do to address that bug. If you defeat the Citadel boss, then that should be the criteria to complete the encounter. Just like if you touch a beacon on a tower, or just by killing all the rares in any other map. So it's a simple fix, and it's unfortunate that they haven't addressed it even to this date, because it's literally as simple as you defeated the Act boss. Now you can go ahead and that's now completed, regardless of anything else. I don't know why they didn't think of it that way or have that as the trigger condition. Makes no sense to me, honestly. Makes no sense to me. It's a bunch of heartache. But I don't like having, like, I'm very, very particular about certain things. It's like having those fails, like, it grinds my gears, because it's like, I know that there aren't failures. You know, I only failed one of each, you know, and it's like having that as a fail, it's like, ugh. Makes me feel gross, actually, just a little bit. So I hope that they do something about that, or like they unfail some, or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what they'd actually do, but hey, yeah, come over here so you can help me keep charge. Come on, fungal wolf boy, come on. More. Hey, you think we can beat this boss? I think so. Kyra Lee says, given my profession and what I know about PoE 2 was initially supposed to be an expansion of PoE. I have some theories on part of why some of the things are wonky as yet. Yeah, I looking, because now, I mean, if you look up anything, you have to go through all the AI filtered results first, but or just the YouTube videos that that have no relevance to your question. And I noted, I was like, oh, it's supposed to be an expansion. It was gonna be an expansion. Then they made it a fully fledged separate title. And that's why there's so much, I'd say, overlap, and then at the same time, so many things that don't connect. And that makes a lot of sense. It actually does make a lot of sense. The original vision and then the actual execution. I'm glad it's separate, just because honestly, don't think I ever would have got into it, because it would have been so daunting to start a game 10 years after, you know. So I'm glad that it's a new game, so I can revisit it and I can just work my way retroactively. I'm sure PoE 1 is still going to be kept alive and maintained, and that'll be a very big challenge for me to take on from a lore perspective on the main channel. But it's something that I'm willing to do, because I'm going to really kind of fine-tune my lore channel in the sense that I'm going to just cover a handful of titles that I'm really, really interested in and keep it real succinct. So that on this channel I can kind of do whatever I want, have a lot more freedom. And I'm already kind of leaning towards that model already, so it's really nice. It's been working really nice. Inscribed ultimatum. Those things go like candy. I'm telling you. Those things sell like hotcakes. I should increase the price to probably just 2x or something, because I mean they are the top tier ones, but they always sell. And I'm usually not greedy. I give away a lot of free items too. Kai releases, I suspect they initially released code, and when they moved it, decided to start rewriting parts or all of it. Yeah, true. Okay, I'm back, but I'll be right back. No worries, Matthias. I'm back, but not fully. I forgive you. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Do whatever you need to take care of your IRL things. This is fine. Don't you dare. Don't do it, Mr. Antlion, sir. Dead. There's one more rare in the corner. Oh, they got a lot of enemies left. I love it. This is just XP along the way. Free XP gains. Anybody in the vicinity is welcome to die as well. $40 monsters? Where? Where are you guys hiding? Not here. There's something. There's more. That's about all I got the patience looking for. People farm for the soul core of Ascopel or whatever. They're... Oh yeah, big bucks. So I bought... So my friend was looking to... He was trying to figure out if he wanted the elemental cores or whatever, and I had like 2,000 exalts, and I was like, just invite me to a party, and I ended up buying him 2 of each, 2 elementals, 2 criticals or whatever, and then I was like, I was gonna say like, just give me back what you don't use. I didn't say that though. He ended up selling them and making like 200 exalts. I was like, okay, cool. That was funny. I was like, keep it. I just thought it was really funny.
Speak.
I was like, well, he was quick to make that cashola.
Yes.
But it's fine. That was funny. Now we can pick up the trash ones. Oh, my back hurts. Okay. Sitting in this chair all day. We'll see if those people are still trying to get that inscribed. I hope not. I hope they're not waiting this long. But let's see. If you would like, I'll give you a free Jin body as well. Oh man, I can't wait until like the people that got so offended because I was jokingly saying nobody likes Xbox, and they don't realize that I literally have every single console known to mankind. And they're like, they just bashed me in my patch notes review. There were like dozens of comments saying how I'm this kind of person and a bleepity bleep and a blankety blank. And I'm like, y'all are dumb. Like, how can you be so passionate about something that doesn't mean anything? There's another one. I was watching until you said nobody likes Xbox anyways. It's just weird, my guy. So you can't have a sense of humor on YouTube apparently, but people that like people can be super opinionated and super highly critical, and then people are like yeah but as soon as you say something about Xbox, my gosh. But they literally were bashing me, and I was like, this is ridiculous. I woke up to that negativity and I was like, good, I'll just use it. I'll use it. So now any chance I get, I'm gonna talk bad about Xbox. Let me text my wife really quickly. Alright. It's just so funny, man. These people are crazy. Crazy folks. But yeah, if you want to see some hate, you go to my most recent video on this channel and you'll see how people protecting their little Xbox. It was really funny. And the thing is, I don't mind Xbox. I just prefer PS5, but they're all the same. It's just a matter of preference, really. They all perform about the same. The titles are, the exclusives are usually, I mean, sometimes they're a factor, but they haven't been in a long time, so it's just funny. Oh, come on. He wants the insane course. Are you sure, Gilgaroth? Are you sure you're ready? He's gonna have to wait, though, because I don't want to interrupt this, my little session real quick. It's too funny. I was like, golly, I didn't know people cared about... the console wars are real. People are actually going to battle. I had no clue. And I didn't know you couldn't be funny, or try to be funny, on YouTube. After all these years, I had no clue. Ooh. No! Okay. Ah! There is nothing like hearing the divine sound proc when it drops, or a unique. Oh my! It's such a beautiful, like, whoa! What is it? You immediately like, what is it? What is it? It's so funny. Matthias says, "Okay, I'm totally back now." Oh, I was just gonna start reading the comments on the other video. I got another one saying how, man, it's just weird. I stopped watching when you said, nobody likes Xbox anyway. That's just weird. Like, what? So even if I was serious, so I can't have a different opinion than the viewers, right? Ever. I didn't know that. I'm learning. I didn't know that you can't be genuine, or you can't be funny. But yeah, it's just hilarious. I was bashing Xbox all stream because of it. Like, really? If you guys are that soft about Xbox, can you imagine? What if you talked about an issue, like a real life issue? Ooh. These guys would not be fun at a party, let's just say. That would not be good company to have. But I just don't understand how people can be so opinionated or so passionate about like things that don't matter. I honestly, like the console you play video games on, nobody cares. Just have fun. Oh, okay, no, that's my... I was like, oh, those are my meteors. Those are my meteorites. I saw Sapphire and I got excited. Sapphire rings can sell for like 20 to 50 exalts right now. Those are great. My divine orb drop sound is Maven from PoE saying, delicious. That's hilarious. I don't know who Maven is, but that sounds funny. I have somebody that has, like the guy that does Hercule's voice, but I guess from One Piece, whatever his character is in One Piece. I think. Mr. Satan, but whatever the character, whoever he voices, I think in One Piece. And I was like, oh, that's hilarious. I like the in-game sound effects. I'm just a pure. I just don't need to change anything much. But I do like some quality of life. But it would ruin the immersion for me. I'm really big on immersion, so it would kind of ruin it for me to hear like something like, yeah! It'd be like a funny Mario sound or something. That'd be hilarious. But it would I'd be like, what? I'm over here killing monsters, and then you hear something cute like that. It would ruin the immersion. Wow. You're way over there, aren't ya? Let's go kill... Whoa! Well, I guess we can kill this one first. There will be many. Bye. Wait, do I have enough juice? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Where is the, this area? I'm getting more hate on the Xbox comment. I've been bashing Xbox all stream. I'm talking to my wife. My wife was smiling. And I was like, oh, I'm still, stream's great. But I'm just going back and forth in that video. It's so funny. Okay, oh yeah, perfect. We have enough. Yay. Boom. Now we go here. We take a bath with the big woman. Oh, no. This is Ignog Duke. Never mind. Come here. Fight me. Fight me. Can you fall off your Quidditch stick, please? Okay. That should do the trick, right? Ow. That works. She didn't get to do phase 2, which is a victory in my book. I'll take it. Is there another... it says... Oh, map is complete. Okay, when did we beat the other rare? People get strangely passionate about something. I know. It's so weird. Like, it's actually, like, funny. I was like... Now, before, it really did used to bother me. Like, when people were really negative or they'd say ugly things. Like, I took it personally. And I've gone over this many times, but that's the reason why I had another channel that's it's been demonetized, not because I did anything. It's just because I didn't do anything. I didn't post for an extended period of time because I was rebranding. And they demonetized it for just lack of activity or whatever. But that channel, oh, Sapphire Ring, baby, let's go. That channel was made because I was like so affected by like the cyber bullying and all like that. And I was like, I want to be able to make content but not be attacked for it. So I made that channel so I could create content and they wouldn't then, that same group wouldn't come and follow and attack me. And then eventually I was like, no, I'm just going to be like a real troll on this channel or whatever. I'm like, that's just not me. Like, I'm going to always beat that negativity with a smile. You know, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to join in and stoop to that level. So that was something that I learned over time. But man, it was really hard for me to be like, why are people like this? Or well, I was like, so like, I was questioning like, why? Like, how can people be so ugly or whatever? Like, how can they be so mean, you know? And it did really impact me at first, but now I can give a flying hoot, as they say. But no, now I don't care, but I certainly did in the past. And it was so like, it was just hurtful, you know? Like, why would people say the things that they do or whatever just over this topic or whatever? And it was literally over like Little Nightmares. I was the first person to ever do lore on Little Nightmares, and there was other creators that were then they're kind of mirroring what I was doing, but then they were saying I was copying and it was going back and forth or whatever. And then they just started attacking. So literally lore over a video game that has no dialogue in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can someone be so passionate or form such a negative opinion about somebody else about that? But humans, the depravity of humanity knows no ends. So that over time I've learned and come to grips like, okay, like they just had a bad day or they're just idiots or whatever. But in either case, I'm like, man, like before I was like, how can they even think this way? How can people be like this? But now I know it's like, that's something that you learn over time and you're like, oh, okay, this is just something you deal with. But at first I was like, wow, I'm not gonna be able to do this. But now I don't mind. So watch, you want to watch here's how to make friends and PoE 2. So we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do 20, and then okay, why did that happen? And then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna count 10. Oh, we're gonna count. We'll count up then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm getting tired. 6. I can't much higher than this. 7, 8, 9. Come on, people. 10. Don't make me look silly. 28%. That's actually a pretty good one. Never mind. Okay, and let's say another 10 seconds and like, it'll literally be under a minute, and we're gonna start being ching 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 ching. All of the Sapphire Ring purchasers. Oh, I did it wrong. Never mind. No, you need to price it at 1, and then you'll have someone saying they want to do it at 20. My bad. I did it wrong. These Sapphire Rings go like crazy. Okay, watch. And I will sell it for 1, but if someone's actually... But you just look and see who was like, I'll buy them all for 20. And it takes just a few seconds. It's crazy. Uh-oh, the autocorrect is striking again. It happens, Matthias. Would they make you say this time? Kyrie Lee says, it's part of why I don't stream so much, because if you say something that it can get downright scary. Oh, no, sure. As a lady, it can get down. Oh, for sure. Dude, I mean, they're so ugly to anybody, and they'll attack you for anything. So, yeah, I definitely understand. I definitely understand. But over time, you It's just part of it. And just so and another thing too, you have to understand is like that's just engagement is power, you know. So like if they're doing whatever, whether they're negative, it's like, well, they're still like, you know, there must be big fans is what I always say. Even though I don't have any interest in Xbox myself. This is great. I definitely don't hold any contempt or hatred towards those that do. No, I don't either. Like to me, it's like it's literally a matter of preference. They almost are identical. The UI is like the biggest difference. You would hope to have and hold more maturity and intelligence than that. Yeah. We would hope. We would hope. But alas, humans are a damned race. Spiraling ever downwards. People get strangely passionate, no doubt. They're weird. Everyone chasing dream fragments. That's what it is. You know that this is the first time in weeks that no one's been like, yes, I'll take this off your hands. I'm gonna keep it then. I like keeping a handful of the normals as well. Oh, let me see. Anything that is a lower level. So this is, I want my normals though. 28, 29. So we can get rid of the 25. We'll let one of the scrubs have a 25er. And I don't think it really matters when you chance it. So when you use the chance orb, I don't think the base stats impact it much, but we'll see. Anyways, I am going to throw this in here. And I'm going to price it a little higher than normal just because people will buy it for pretty high. And if they're not as crazy about it as they were, that's perfectly fine. Can I remember? I don't know how to play. How do I play the game? There you go. I forgot. Yeah, everyone's chasing dream fragments. There's actually like 3 variants, right? There's like the Brotherhood ring, there's the porcelain one, the ice one, and then there's dream fragments, like you said. It comes naturally. Yes, it is. 30, okay, do I have one of these? Always double check. 47, 40, 30, okay. I like mine better, so that's fine. And then we have this. Is this the Necromantle? 48. I had this for the longest time on the Witch when I was running minions, just like in the standard difficult. I need to actually take her to Endgame, so I have to go through Cruel all the way to Endgame. It's going to take a while. So this is 48, 42, 17, 27. This one's better in just about every way. Okay, cool. Do any of you guys want any of these items here? Except, I mean, obviously the only things that I really want, I'm going to keep the shields. I'm going to keep Threaded Light. And I have a really like strong affinity towards Belly of the Beast and some of these Ghost Wraiths. But is there anything here that any of you guys want? Because if not, I'm going to probably salvage it for chance shards. Almost anything I'll give you guys. There's a few things I want to keep though. Like I want to keep the Black Sun crest and the 3 Dragons mask, but everything else I don't mind for the most part getting rid of. These I want to keep, and then one of these, and then these shields because I'm gonna try and corrupt these. But other than that, I mean, any of these uniques, if you guys want them, you're more than welcome to have them. Inscribed Ultimatum. People love these. Yeah, okay, so you got the Porcelain and the Brotherhoods. Nice. Third row. Oh, third row from the bottom. Okay, let me see. Third row. Third from bottom. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. The Bitter Bloom? Is this what you're looking at? Or are you looking at Wandering Reliquary? Oh, did the bro come in? Oh, okay. What does he want again? I wasn't paying attention. I like to give them both. That way they can have a chance, you know. If he ever joins. So is it Bitter Bloom? And usually, like, I'll keep one of each anyways in my unique stash because I'm just a collector, but these are ones you can certainly have. So I think it's Bitter Bloom that you're looking at. Terminator Rise of the Machines. It was a terrible movie. It was so horrible. Hey, buddy. You're facing a strange direction. I like your wings. Is there a crest shield with good rolls there? Let me check. Mr. Wawazin, can you acknowledge the trade? You're such a nice guy. Thanks, Shayla. Let me check if I have it or not, please. Yeah. I'm trying to collect all uniques as well. So, how much do you have? Just one, brother. I actually have many more than that, but I don't want to give them my personal stash because I have like 30. So if I just want to farm trials, I can do that. 30 of each. Oh no, no worries. I'll be on for a few more minutes until you sort it out. I have one. I only have one. He said I'll take 10. I don't think he's understanding here. Just give me one thing and it's all yours. I don't even care if you take it for free. Just go. You're confusing me. I was gonna say for free. Take them, sir. How do I do this? Take them for free. I'm trying to help my viewers. Actually, no need for good rolls as there's a useless crash shield. Okay. Go away, please. You're distracting me. No, I don't need that. It's fine. I don't need that. See, everybody wants the sapphire ring now. I am so confused. Why can't you just do what I'm asking? Just take it, brother. Thank you. Good gosh. Everybody's going crazy for the sapphire rings. Okay, please leave. It's been great. But you confused me. Your game's crashing, no worries. I'll be on for a few more minutes so we sort that out, and then I'll be ending my stream here soon. Sapphire rings going crazy. Look at that. Told you. 10 exalts. You want the crest shield. What is that? Is that this? I had so many of these, man. I got like 3 of them today. I would have, had I known that you wanted them, I would have kept them. I want these though. You can have this. So at any point, if you want to join, you can. I'll keep that for you. You have bitter already. Okay, like these are kind of, do you have these? Like Couture of Crimson is something I had not seen too often. That was really neat. And then I also had this one that I thought was really neat. It's called Black Braid. And this one's cool because armor applies to elemental damage. I thought it was very neat. And those are some that I haven't gotten too often. So the one that's like the Castlevania looking one over here. Couture of Crimson. And then Bitter Bloom I've been starting to get quite a bit of. Black Braid looked really neat too. But if you guys already have these, then no worries. But I'm gonna chance most of them. Just salvage most of them for chance shards. But I am gonna keep the Bellies of the Beast, my Ghost Wraiths, because I'm very particular to that armor. This Black Sun crest. And probably this anchor because I've only ever seen one, and I'm going to corrupt these and try and sell them. And I'm probably, for the most part, going to use these for my other builds, my alt builds, like any of these little amulets, just for fun. But you guys are more than welcome. I don't have the crimson one. You can have it. So I mean, if you can join me, so I don't know if this would help. Let me see. Where am I? Okay, I'm on top left. The Inhuman one, whatever. The Inhuman one. At least according to my unique set. You can have it, but just come get it if you don't mind. I didn't know there are many unique crest shields. I meant sigil crest shield. Never mind that. Oh, let me see. I don't know if I probably have one, but no, I don't have an extra. This whole slot was full, and this morning I got rid of the half of it, and then I moved a bunch of stuff over, and then I farmed a bit, and I chanced the rest of that too. So. Zerbius, what's up? I have Coat of Red and Doriani's prototype. I think the Crimson might be the one. So you need the one that looks like this, right? The little, it looks like Castlevania. It looks sick. It looks so cool. So you're more than welcome to have this. And then you're starting a new character, Zerbius? Cool. Very cool. What is P-Conk? I'm sure it's like concentration. What exactly is that? And I'm new to PoE too, so I mean, like I know the game, but I don't know like a lot of the terminology and the lingo and stuff. What does that mean? What kind of build is it? You're down bad. It looks so cool. Poisonous concoction, very nice. So Pathfinder, nice. I have a witch doctor, so I've created a Pathfinder that just throws flask, 100% flasks. I don't shoot one arrow. I have a bunch of overflows. Is there any, no, I'm not looking for anything. Like honestly, I'm good. Like I just want to give you guys stuff. I have plenty of things, and anything that I'm pursuing, I'll just obtain. Pinnacle boss stuff, like I don't ever want to buy. I just want to beat the pinnacle boss and hope to get drops for it. So I'm good. You don't have to trade me anything. Just accept the trade. You know what I always do as a joke? Like I give people free stuff all the time when I'm trading like with randos, and they're always so confused. It works with crit. Yeah, you have the okay. So you're throwing. That's awesome. So you're throwing flasks around like a maniac. So am I. Not on this character. I'm a monk right now, but I do have a like I call it a witch doctor just for fun that I brought to Endgame. She just has no survivability, so I'm really struggling with. I gotta get her up to par, so to speak. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll show it again. I think social menu, right? Top left. I don't know. There it is. Everything's backwards. It's like the Inhuman and then the number 1. I think it's just my PSN name, I think. Zerbius said, I sold my 2 expensive pieces for 70 div. Very nice. Queen of the Forest and Olroth's Flask. I have Queen of the Forest. How'd you get any? I mean, let me see. Zerbius, look at this real quick. I don't even know where it's at. I was gonna be like, is this a good roll? I can't find it. There it is. Is that a good Queen of the Forest? Okay, I'll add you real quick. I haven't done... Oh, okay. You corrupted it. And you got 900 invasion. Okay, that's a pretty okay one. How do I decline? I don't know who you are. How do I invite? I guess I just have to add you as a friend or something. And no offense, but I'll probably like unfriend you because I just, when I'm recording and stuff, like I don't like to see like joined or turned off game or changed characters. I did that for everybody, so usually I delete these guys too. and they're like my, like I know these people. Let's see, unsee, hold on, unsee. But yeah, we can always play together and stuff. I just don't like having like a friends list necessarily. Unsee, lie, quit texting people. Unsee, lie, Leah. You guys are chatting so much, I love it, but oh, that's weird. Kai release. But it's never, yeah, you guys are awesome. I like playing with, I play with viewers all the time, but I just, let's see. Is it like case sensitive maybe? Unsee. Lily. I am going to make it case sensitive just to make sure. Don't you go dying on me. Oh, gosh. Can't spell. That is so weird. It's not PlayStation only. I am showing everybody that's offline. Okay, let's try this. If I'm trying to message you, do I have to do, let's see, like just an @ I guess. See, that's pretty cool though, Zerbius. That sounds like a fun. I mean, I can't wait to get my build all crazied up like that. But it was really fun through campaign for sure. Unsee Lilia. I don't know why it's not working. What if I just like put it up for sale and then you just buy it, you know? Like you don't have to buy it, but I just put it up for sale and it's just for you. I don't know if that'll work though, because then you have to search for it. What do we do? How do we do this? It won't let me add you either. You want the bottom to be like 400k? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never sold anything for... I've never sold anything for any. I just sell for exiles. Oh, you're Kai release. Okay, my bad. Oh my gosh, there you go. Love it. I didn't read that. That's my fault. Yay! Kai release. And let's see. What else did you need? Did you need anything else? Hold on. You're here. Ah, a fellow witch doctor. I see. That's really cool. I always call them witch doctors. Did you want anything else here? Like, I'll give you the opportunity to see. I'll definitely give you the coat or whatever, the crimson thing, but it's character based. Okay. Do I have all Delirium Atlas points already? No, I do not. I've only beat the Delirium boss one time out of 2 attempts. I have all the breach points though. I didn't see any of these messages, so Kai Release was showing me how to do it. Okay. Zerbius is talking about how rich he is. I love it. I love that you're getting all those divines, brother. I've never had that many divines ever. Before I forget again, I gotta add your 3rd channel. It's the Inhuman universe. It's just Inhuman universe, yeah. I can sell my whole gear for 40 div, except the flask and Queen of Forest. I am sadly not rich. Zerbius. You need 200 for your build. Gross. Okay, well, Kai Release, if you don't need any, if you want anything else, it's all you. And is there anything else you want? Zerbius has followed. Thank you so much. If there's not anything else, then that's fine. You said you had Doriani's and all that stuff, so. Ooh. Gear. Widowhail. I run Widowhail too. 291. That's excellent. What are you slotting in there? Spirit and attack speed. Okay. Ooh, attack speed would be good. 60% increased armor and evasion. Ooh, that's a nice one. Max quality, of course. Okay. This is a good idea. I was running Queen of the Forest, but I just couldn't. I wasn't really sure. I was like, my movement speed. I don't have enough. Like, I think it's the evasion for it, if I'm not mistaken. Corpse Wade, of course. You gotta go Corpse Wade. 14 to chaos resistance. Okay, that's what you slotted in there. Okay, quiver. Let's see. I went for crit. I went for crit on my quiver. I went for quit. I went for quit. Quit damage. That's what gets my poisonous concoction level 35. That's disgusting. What gets it to 35? The quiver? Or the 291%, right? Like the Widowhail and all that stuff? That's good. I have Corpse Weight and I have... What are the Greaves you have? I have gloves. I have certain gloves that do something. I forget what they do though. That's awesome. 66 movement speed with that stuff. That is nice. See, my little witch doctor person is not endgame ready at all. At all. Oh no. Attack speed does nothing, just for info. It doesn't do anything. Oh, it doesn't? It's bugged. That's really good to know then. 6 emeralds, then the 291%. That's how you get to 35 on your concoction. You want to do simulacrums on a double someday? I saw a YouTuber showing you can res and get back if you do it in doubles, that it's harder to lose. Of course. I think we tried it before the patch, and we died 1 attempt, and then... See, my build, like, I have to keep moving and attacking quickly. Like, if I slow down, I lose my charge, and then I'm in trouble. So, like, as long as we can move fast-paced, and I can get a kill in every once in a while to charge my staff, then I can melt the bosses, like, in seconds. But I just need to have the ability to charge my staff. So we can definitely do simulacrums one day. I stream, like, 5 times a week. Tomorrow I'm going to do Avowed, so I'll be playing a different game, but once I'm done with that, or whenever I get bored of it, we'll be jumping right back into PoE 2, so we can certainly run endgame content together. I didn't know that, Zerbius. It's good. But yeah, for sure, I'll be down. So Kai Release, since you're here, did we already beat this? Let's run a map together real quick, and then we'll call it a day, because I have to eat. I'm starving. Is there anything that you can't run, Kai Release? Because if you're fine with the T15, just random, whatever, then let's go. 28% experience gain. Have to run this. If you want to run a map with me, let's go. We'll do one, and then I gotta eat. I haven't eaten all day. I'm so hungry. I usually stream from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central. At some point, we'll extend that to 10 to 2. But I do create content more than I stream, so I do a lot more content creation than streaming. You lead the way. I'll follow you. Yay! Okay. Let's see how. Ooh, actually, she's quick. He's a quick one. Love it. This build inspired me to create one of mine. It was so nice. What is it with all the projectiles? My gosh. Anything I don't pick up is it's all yours. All yours. I don't really care much about anything but currency or whatever uniques I don't have. She's moving though, man. Kai Release is moving. Yeah, I don't. Oh no, 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 no. What crash? Why would it crash right now? No. I hope it didn't ruin that session for you. Oh no, why would it crash? So the game, since the yesterday's patch 0.1.1D, it has crashed 3 times for me. Luis, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Kai Release. I think I don't know if I broke anything. I'm so sorry. And Luis, thank you so much. I broke the game. It's crashed 3 times on me. I don't think I'll be able to join again. I can't. Okay, I couldn't interact with it because the prompt didn't show up, but I just started mashing X and it worked. I'm so sorry. I abandoned you. She's doing... Okay, you're good. Hi. Protect me. I'm scared now. My game is weird. It's kind of laggy. It's stuttering a bit. Gosh, she's quick. She's moving backwards and she's faster than me. And I'm at 30% movement speed, so she's killing it right now. She said she's like at 60%, I think. That is nuts. Yay. Oh, gosh. Whoa. Wait, why is Pain Jowls not dying? Okay. Tough guy. My build's like the more aggressive I am and the more I strike, the better off we are. Or the better if I am. Gotta get that armor scrap. I get squirrel moments. Oh my, we're slowing us down so much. My map progression was wiped, so I'll just follow you because it looks like I haven't explored anything. Nice. There's just something so satisfying about Corpse Wade. It is just so fun. Very nice. Queen of the Forest. I'm so glad I got one, but I can see the potential for it now. That's incredible movement speed. That looks fun. That's like when you... I can't imagine how fast you move when you have acceleration shrines. The monastery. Very nice. Is this a boss? It is. Yeah, okay, cool. This will be great. Absolutely wonderful. I didn't have my armor's whatever's charged, but it's fine. I didn't have my Unbound Avatar charged. That's what it was. Yay. Oh, they don't? Shrines don't affect you? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Dang. That would be amazing, though, if you could get acceleration on top of what you already have. You'd be zipping around the whole game. Oh my, look at her go. Everything's just dying. I love it. See, in campaign, it was about like this. I wasn't moving as fast, but it's just so nice to see everything just chain explode. And this doesn't happen in Endgame. I have no survivability. Higher evasion is faster movement. I see. I see. That makes sense. Extra defense is in Sekimas as well. Oh, yeah. I can only imagine. Dang. Yeah, I bet that whatever Zarok or whatever he is, I haven't beat him yet. I only tried him once, but I bet that boss doesn't even affect you if he's trying to slow you down if you have extra defenses. My gosh, that'd be insane. Is that everything? Just a few other monsters, but that's it. A few scragglers, no telling where they're at. My map was wiped, so I don't know if you've probably already cleared all this out. Of course, it was awesome. It was so much fun. A job well done. And you got to showcase your awesome build too. You're more than welcome. I'll always do like these play with viewers kind of thing. It's so much fun for me. It just makes it. It's like if you're on the couch and you're just playing together. It's awesome. Really cool. Really fun. And if we ever want to do like endgame content, I have a ton of key fragments and things like that, so we can do that for later. But I want to say thank y'all so much, Luis and Sandy87 and all you guys, the regulars, Matthias, Shayla, all you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Captain Neo, Kai Release, it's a pleasure to have you on stream as well today. And actually in stream, on stream and in stream. Very nice. But you guys are awesome. As I always say, thank you so much for being the best part of my channel, because with you guys I could not do what I do, which is living my dream of being a full-time content creator. It's because of you guys that I'm able to do it. So thank y'all so much. You guys are so awesome. And again, thank you so much for being the best part of my channel. Until next time, it's the Inhuman signing out. I am going to eat because I am starving. But I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We're going to be playing Avowed, okay? And if we like it, we'll continue playing it. If not, we jump back into something we like. Maybe some PoE too. Alright guys, take care. Have a great rest of your week. And until next time, it's the Inhuman signing out.